Hey, Mr. Daniel G. Bishop in the house. Mr. Jack Gelman, how you doing today, sirs? Hope you both are doing well. Miss Annette in the house. How are you doing, Miss Annette? She's probably yawning. Oh my goodness, y'all. What a night last night on Whatnot. Hey, Daniel. Nope, I didn't forget, buddy. You gotta find him. Where did he go? Hey, Chew, what's up? Good to see you. Boy, I'll tell you, Daniel, I had me a little midday nap today because, well, I didn't go to sleep last night at all. And we ran the wheel last night on Whatnot, y'all, for almost 17 hours. That's right, 16 hours and some change. But you know what? We got the wheel filled. We did it. You know what I mean? So that was the goal, and we completed it. We did it from beginning to end. One session, one shot. We did it. Good to see you, Chew. How's Chew doing today? So, Whatnotters, your packages, most of them went out today. That was from the weekend. From the game, some went out, some are still here being worked on. They will go out tomorrow. So, we're still on our 24-hour shipping schedule. How are you doing today, Mr. Daniel? Meanwhile, boy, YouTube has got sleepy, right? Yes. They're all sleeping all the time, Mr. Daniel. Miss Annette in the building. How you doing? Miss Annette, you should be sleeping. She probably wore out tired. Her and Miss Carolyn, and God bless Miss uh, Furry Plants and Coins, Miss Tina. She was there a lot last night. She was there, left, went to bed, woke up, and we were still on. So she came back in to visit us again. It was a double one. Miss Annette says, "Dang, I'm dragging." What you mean, girl? Look here. And there's a whole two of us in here. Three of us. You're not a dragon? Ah, hey, Master Lee in the house. Master Lee, how you doing? Boy, I know this. We had a very long night, very interesting, but we met some new folks. I'm over here catching up on this phone thing. I'm trying to get in my stream, but I got alerts to everybody else's, so I'm over here looking at things. Collectivist in the building. How you doing, Collectivist? Welcome in. Been hiding inside. Oh man, it's windy cold out there, ain't it, Master Lee? Hey, I've been hiding inside too, I'll be honest with you. I went out very briefly. That was it. Hey, look at there. There's you awesome folks in the chat. I can see you now. Good to see you. We got Master Lee, Miss Annette, Daniel Bishop in the house, Mr. Chew, Mr. Jack Gelman. How you doing today, sir? Mr. Jack, I hope you're feeling a little better. And Miss Kelly Crawford, hey, she was over there with us last night, y'all. God bless her. Miss Kelly, thank you for hanging out with us last night. We appreciate you. Hey, we appreciate all y'all, but especially those of you that come hang out and talk with us. I mean, we appreciate y'all watching the streams, but if you get involved and talk with us, then we get to know you a little better. It was a fun time, right? Hey, Mr. Dove Season. He said, and the usual suspects. Hey, look, we're not suspect. We're the real deal, Dove Season. The rest of them are suspect. How's Mr. Dove doing today? Hey, I came over here to YouTube last night to tell everybody, hey, look, we're over here on whatnot. We're hung up on this will. You know, Jeff Crumpler. We can't just decide we're gonna do something halfway. We got to do it all the way. So yeah. Hey, I loaded up that will. 125 spots. Oh, I included myself in the suspect group. Where are you? You look like you're here. I barely feel like I'm here. Like I would show you what I look like right now, but climbed out of the shower maybe I don't know an hour ago, trying to get myself to life. I've had one. Look, I can't go to sleep when my mind's working. Right? Who won the thumper? I can't remember the person's name that won the thumper. I'd have to look at the packages. Hold on a second, Miss Kelly. Let me see here. I can tell you who won the thumper because their package is a different size. It's not that one. Okay, Thumper found their way home last night with Honesty Strikes. What? What a name to be the winner of the 2-ounce Tiger. Now, the 1 gram gold Valcambi, another top prize, it ended up with a young lady that goes by the name of Yam Stacker, something like that. I don't know, but she sent me a message. I followed back to her and I popped in on one of her streams a while ago. She's running a mystery pool game with packs. How's Miss Jennifer doing today? Look at that smile. Hey, I tell you what, now there is a lady that's going the humble stacker. How you doing? Welcome in. Nice to see you over here on the YouTube side of the world, humble stacker. How are you doing? Welcome in. This is one of our friends from Whatnot. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming over here and checking us out. She said, how is everyone? Let's go. Collectivist 1889, $3 coin I found in a roll of quarters. What? Now that's a find. I'm on a road to nowhere. What do you mean? Miss Jennifer, now I tell you what, you and that awesome friend of yours that's been popping up, y'all get people's attention. You know what I mean? It's fun to hang out in there, listen to y'all visit and talk and chat. I could see that turning into something. No, not a she. That looks like a dude to me. Oh, it is a dude, but I mean, look, Humble Stacker is not the female one. The YM one is. You're making life hard on me, Miss Jennifer. Not a she. Laugh out loud. Well, it's a he. Debbie is a she. Yes, you're a dude, Humble Stacker. I appreciate you. See, I apparently have too many conversations at one time for people that it's hard to keep up with me. So I was talking about you and introducing you to the chat, but at the same time, I was talking about three other things that happened on last night's stream. One of which was a woman that came in named. See, I said there's Humble Stacker. I was introducing Humble Stacker, and then I said, and then there was a lady that went by the name YM something that I was following after last night's stream that was doing a full game today. I don't even know if I can find her name on which one of these is hers. I don't think hers had a different colored pack. But, anyways, sometimes I say the wrong thing. What you all in YouTube world cannot do is just sit and pick at every word that comes out of someone's mouth that's up here, just every little word. You're going to have to read between the lines sometimes because, like just then, I was talking about three things at once, and definitely I know that this individual is not a woman. The YM, whatever her name is, now I completely forgot because I having to try to remember this, is a woman for fact because I thought she was a man also. And then I went to her stream today and she definitely a woman. Oh, I appreciate you. Here, we're going to go over here and get your channel. Let's get your channel looked up. Get you a sub. There's the Humble Stacker. Nice to meet you. See, then you get to put a face with it, right? I just gave you a sub too. And I'm going to leave you a comment. Y'all got to leave a comment on a video every once in a while. Hey, what coin shop you at? Miss Annette beat me to the video. What what shop are you at and where are you located at? Bam. There you go. I just left you a question on your video. I can't help it. I'm used to correcting Johnny. Oh man. Odyssey Collectibles. That's the shop you were at? All right. Well, I left a comment on your video, so you can leave me a message back on that one. Hey, Mad Cow, Big Love, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm sorry, I'm kind of everywhere, right? Because I'm just excitedly talking to y'all. That's what I'm doing right now, Miss Jennifer. She's gonna be on my head, Miss Jennifer. Now, see, it would be easier for you to correct me if you were up here in my ear. Correcting me from the chat, then that just leaves me with more reading, and then I just get more confused. No. Muscle Shell with the. Muscle Shell, God bless you, buddy. Why in the heck did I think this guy lived in Canada? I have sent him stuff different times, but for whatever reason, Muscle Shell. I even went live and said it a couple of times. I was like, man, I got you an international stamp. So here's what I did, Muscle Shell. I don't know how I goofed up your address. It was coining around that later told me, like a couple weeks ago, that, hey, by the way, Muscle Shell lives in California. What the hell? So, Muscle Shell, I need you to send me an email with your proper address. And I'm going to put together you a package with some giveaways because I know you had some coming. I shipped your giveaways to somebody in Canada. literally. Like, put the international, I mean, go back in my live streams, you can watch it. I went there and was like, hey, man, I got your stuff coming. I had to pick up some international stamps because my post office was out. I did that. And then I put an international stamp on it and sent his giveaways to somebody in Canada. What the hell? So my bad, Muscle Shell. I deserve that. Because he used to be the guy that would come into the chat and be like, well, you know what? Jeff Crumpler's always sent me my stuff. I've always got my stuff. And I've always sent him his shit. For whatever reason, I thought the guy lived in Canada. Somebody else like sent a claim email from him with a Canadian address. You see how ditzy people are getting to be? Because I looked it up again. I'm like, well, here's an email. It says Muscle Shell. It's got an address for Canada. So somebody in Canada decided they'd send an email and make a claim from Muscle Shell's giveaways. And that's fine. That's fine. They can have that shit. Muscle Shell, you just send me an email with your proper address, my friend, and we're going to get you a package sent out with some even cooler giveaways in it. How about that? They can keep the shit that you had in that other bag. We're going to send you some cool stuff. So, whoever the scammer was that picked up on that package, F you and whatever plane you're flying on over there in Canada. This is what I'm learning though, y'all. This is one of the reasons why I'm really enjoying Whatnot as a selling platform is because guess what? I don't have to worry about some scammer sending a claim email for a prize that you won as a giveaway. You know what? Whatnot sends me your information, sends me a label, and then I send it out to you. You know what I mean? I would rather pay Whatnot 10% of everything than to have to deal with half the headaches I've had to deal with for the last 4 years on YouTube. As a selling platform, this place is a daggum mess, man, because there's no like regulation, right? We don't have anybody checking to see if half the emails we get are even real. We don't know if it's really the person sending an email for a claim. And like with Muscle Shell, I've sent to him before. I probably should not have made that mistake, but this is where I'm at with this. I keep digital records. I switched computers before I went to Florida. And then I've switched some other stuff since then, including phones. So it's my fault that I lost those digital records somewhere in that process. But this is why, if you look at my description, y'all, if you take a look at it right now, it's going to say that you're going to need to send a claim email with your shipping info every time, not just once, but every time. So that way we got it correct each time. For sure. Yeah. With Whatnot, I don't have to worry about this, y'all. Last night, I made almost $700 worth of sales. And guess what? I don't have to check any of their payments. All their payments are there. All I have to do is I went to the computer today. I printed out all their invoices, all their labels. It was awesome. So there you go. Now, take me back to 9 months ago. I remember telling MJ Squirrel, I said, you know what? YouTube has become such a crap hole of a festival to even try to be a part of or selling anymore. I'm just going to have fun with it. I'm going to have fun with the people I've met over here, but I'm going to focus on Whatnot. And if I can sell $500 worth of items a week on Whatnot, then that'll make up for the sales that I had on YouTube, period. So guess what, y'all? Last night, what we proved was I can run one wheel a week and sell over $700 worth of items, not even counting the 3 auctions that I do every week over there that I sell usually anywhere from $100 to $300 worth of items in those auctions. So my expectations of Whatnot matching what I was doing on YouTube, which was, about, $700, $500 worth of sales a week. Knowing that was crashing down, God gave me another door. And guess what that door's done? It's provided more than I wanted it to. Now, now I'm flipping way more stuff over there than I even thought I would be doing. So, Ellen, how are you doing? Good to see you. Kelly is only 20 away from 1K subs. Miss Kelly, Who in the hell is Kelly? I'm gonna try to understand who Kelly is. Oh, hey, my gosh, you talking about Kelly Crawford? Yeah, let's get her some more subs. Miss Kelly, look, she's so nice. She's over there hanging out with us even and whatnot. Our Canadian friend from around the way, y'all got to get them some subs. She's only 20 away from 1K, y'all. Let's get Miss Kelly to that 1K for sure. Everybody give her a sub. Let me see if I can't. Hold on, let me see something. Can I do this? Bam. There we go. Now we got Miss Jennifer's smiling face up there with Miss Kelly's little link for her channel. Now that's sure to get the next 20 subs, right? Well, Daniel Bishop. Now, seeing that was my math, right? I figured if I could clear over 1,000 on there, over 2,000 on there every month, I'm good. So yeah, so that is happening. That's not just a thing like you can go over there and look at my numbers, pop up my profile. That's not something you can make up, y'all. That's success that you can see. You know what I mean? So if y'all want to see success, go check out my whatnot channel. Go check out my sales and my times of shipping and my everything else. See, now that's integrity and that is working your ass off for sales. That's why we stayed up last night for almost 17 hours to complete that will. Meanwhile, Miss Cynthia, ma'am, me and you gonna get to have a talk one of these days because there ain't too many people I know in the Philippines that would keep reporting my videos besides maybe an aggravated ex of mine. So you might want to walk on eggshells when you're in this chat right now after some of the emails I got from YouTube. Y'all watch your exes. They can be vengeful and they can even have you banned in other countries, which is what I found out this morning. Meanwhile, Miss Cynthia, I don't know too many other people that would have had me banned in the Philippines besides you. So you might want to look into that before you even speak another word to me. Crazy thing is that I'm learning to read these analytics and I'm learning all kinds of neat stuff. So whenever I ask them why am I being banned in different province of the Philippines, they pulled up these nifty different emails and addresses. And I think you know what I'm talking about, Cynthia. Meanwhile, I am definitely always going to be that guy, y'all. I will call you on your bullshit. I'll go ahead and tell you my bullshit and I'll admit to my own, but I will not sit by silently and let you piss on my shoes and tell me it's raining. So, yeah, Cynthia, if you want to speak to me anymore, you probably need to figure out what the fuck's going on in your country that they've got my streams banned. And however it is, it's got something to do with you because it's got your email attached to it. You should go check it because I can show you the receipt emails from YouTube, but I'm not going to openly argue with that with you. The fact is when we were together, I know you did that and you had people banned from different provinces in the Philippines. So I'm going to tell you this, that whenever they sent me that email telling me it was being done to me, it definitely set off every vibe in my body that it was Cynthia doing it. So you might want to check into how to get that shit to stop if you want to continue to even talk to me in the chat room, period. Other than that, we ain't got nothing to talk about. So, Humble Stacker, you're probably thinking, man, this guy has got a whole different attitude on whatnot, right? It's because no one over there has pissed in my post toasties yet. And if they do, you'll see me unleash on them too, because I'm just not the guy to let you piss on my shoes and keep smiling and act like I believe you when you tell me it's raining, Cynthia. Well, what I'm saying, Cynthia, is call one of your cousins that works over there at the fucking call centers that we used to call all the time when we were getting people's shit banned and blocked, and call them and figure out who in the hell's got my shit on the list. Because, yeah, I'm thinking it's you. So you might want to call your cousin and find out because, yeah, it ain't my cousin that works for him. It is yours. So you can get a hold of them and find out. We're not going to play this game openly over the internet. If we are, then you're going to come away looking real stupid. The fact is, you did it when I was with you, so I'm pretty sure you can do it against me. So I'm pretty sure you have, because I don't know anybody else in the Philippines that would be doing that. Yep, your YouTube channel. That's right. Yeah, yeah, Miss Jennifer. Like, check this out. Daniel says, "Now I'm crying." The- heard that before. Over a year now. Laugh out loud. See? Yeah. Look here, I got all these different emails this morning that said I'd been banned in different provinces in the Philippines. So go figure that, right? So there's only one of two sections that could have came from, and that is the one I just addressed, and the other one would be somebody that has property over there and family that lives over there also in the Philippines, and that would be Oregon Stacker's family. So it's gonna be one of the two. It ain't gonna be an in between, I promise. Because they had about 20 of my shows banned, and YouTube took them down because of the fact that they were banned in them channels. They took them down from them channels. So I woke up to those emails after a nap today. Oh, Cynthia. Anyways, I'm done talking about it with you for real. From banned from being played in their provinces. For what reason? Because they claimed that part of the stuff I was using was stuff they made. And the only person that could claim that, by the way, would be Cynthia, because I had her make some of my videos. Said they were using it on their content also. So I don't know. Meanwhile, it's her little voice that you all hear on my videos. So there's only one other person that could be claiming those, right? Just saying. I don't know how anybody else would claim them, Cynthia. It's not the music. I've never got a copyright strike for any of your videos because of the music, ma'am. That's the reason I constantly use them. Could be, Dev. That's a fact, right? I don't know, but this is what I'm saying. Miss Cynthia can find out. She has ways of finding out. It's definitely somebody over there that's done it. but that's okay with me. I'm not being rude. I'm trying to be as nice about it as I can, Cynthia. Trust me. Everybody on here has heard me be rude before. And I'm being kind to you because I was with you at one point. But I'm about to not be if you keep it up arguing with me about this shit. I mean, well, I'm not saying she has to. What I'm saying is if it wasn't her, then she could find out that it wasn't her and she could put an end to it. But if it was her, then I guess we'll know because it'll just continue to be that way. All I know is that it happened. And yeah, you can't look here. Let me get through these freaking emails and I'll show y'all. And y'all tell me what you would think. If you only knew so many people that had pool like that. Huh. Okay. So so there we go. There is the emails and what they look like when you get them from Whatnot that tells you, or from YouTube that tells you you've been blocked in territories. Guess who has territories? The Philippines. Whenever I got a hold of them and looked more into it, it's definitely the Philippines that it's coming from. So, so we're gonna say that yeah, it's somebody over there that's done it. So I only know so many people work in the call centers. And yeah, I just addressed the one that I know to go to about it and the one that definitely has a way about her of doing things like that. So Daniel, you're silly. You're making me laugh. It could be anyone. It could be. But you know how when you have one of them feelings because you just know somebody and you know I just know. So I know that she can help figure it out if she didn't create it. It's not, it's like the title of it was Morning Show. I'm doing a will on Whatnot. That was the title of the show because I got up and talked to everybody about I was going to be on Whatnot yesterday. So yeah, they scam people for money. Yeah, they do. It didn't happen on Whatnot, Cynthia. It was on YouTube. It was from YouTube that they blocked me because of the video, your opening video. That's what it was. So there you go. That's her reason is because of her voice on my opening videos. So there's only one other person besides me that can be claiming them, and that's you. And if you're not, then you probably need to get a hold of them and find out why they're doing it. Well, Cynthia, I would be a lot happier if I didn't have people just dicking with me on a daily basis. That would probably, ease my mind a little bit. But you just can't get that in the YouTube world. I swear on everything. Anyways, I done said all I had to say about it. So if it wasn't you, then yeah, I know. I know you made those videos years ago, so it's kind of odd that I got an email from you. Do you want me to show them that email also, Cynthia? Here you go. Do y'all want to see another email from Cynthia? Because I can show you an email from Miss Cynthia, where Miss Cynthia sent me and said, Jeff, if you don't stop playing those videos, I'm going to have your channel banned and blocked. So, Cynthia, once again, I'm going to tell you that, yeah, you, you might want to think about who you're talking to, Cynthia. Make me have to go through all these emails. You really want these people to read this whole email shit from you? Because I'm about to just show it to them. So, as soon as I find it, make me dig through all these emails to find this. I swear to God. So, that is the reason why her name came to mind, because the woman sent me an email because she was not happy that I was with somebody else and she wanted me to stop using her voice on my videos. So, yeah, 110%. After receiving emails like that from her, I'm definitely going to turn to her and be like, hey, can't believe you did that. That's why you can't find it. It's because it was long ago with Cynthia. I've still got the damned email. So see, that's where you're crazy because my ass did save it. You're right. You sent that to me a long time, like months ago. But now for it to be happening makes me think that you kind of stood by what you put in those emails, those threats you made. So seeing as how you threatened me with that shit, I'm definitely going to come to you now about it, that it's happening, and tell you you need to fix it. Because yeah, it's not a me thing and it's something that you threatened and now it's happening. So I'm going to say you need to fix it. And if you don't, I don't care because yeah, it ain't like I get a whole lot of views from the Philippines anyways. Cynthia, there's nothing narcissistic about getting an email from somebody months ago that says, hey, if you don't stop playing the videos with my voice on it while you're with this other woman, I'm going to get your channel blocked and banned. That's what you did. That's what you said in the freaking emails. So now that it's happening, I'm going to turn to you and be like, hey, you know, minus 7.6 degrees here. Holy cow. So my thought to you all is don't send threatening emails to people because then when shit happens months later, guess who they're going to turn to and blame? They're going to turn to you and blame you because you done sent them emails threatening them with some shit. Daniel, yeah, why are you stinking up on the cats? I'm curious too. One time band camp. There you go. So here's my theory with y'all. Keep your relationships outside of YouTube because guess what? Relationships inside of YouTube get messy. They can be messy with you years later, even after you're out of that relationship. So just food for thought for the rest of y'all. Be careful. Be careful about what you get yourself wrapped up into and who with because yeah, They are definitely look, they're gonna hold a grudge. They're gonna hold it against you for a while, and then they're gonna do some snaky stuff later and be like, "Well, it wasn't me, even though I sent you emails threatening to do it to you." What does that even mean? I'm a quarter Blackfoot Indian. So does that mean like a quarter of your foot's black, Daniel? Daniel, are you telling me you're running around with like one white foot, one half white foot, and then a half a black foot? Is that what's going on? Cynthia. Okay, let's get this straight. Never one time did I ask you to send me money to the United States. Do I need to get out the money orders for the amount of times that I sent you money to the Philippines? So I don't think I lost anything by not being in a relationship with you. That's why I'm not. If anything, it saves me money. I don't know how I could be self centered when all I ever done was try to help you out. What that ended up getting me was threatening some other crazy stuff going on. And now what it's got me is getting blocked in different provinces of the Philippines. Jennifer, because that's just a sign of respect in the Philippines. That's how she talks. It's not a bad thing. It's just a respect thing. It's kind of like me calling her Miss Cynthia. It's just a respect thing. Yes, she is Filipino. She's a Filipina. Mm. And she's a nice lady when she wants to be, but she's also got a very vengeful side. And see, I know that. And see, where she messed up was by sending me emails threatening me. And then this shit went down. So it does make her look rather suspect. You know what I mean? You have to put yourself in my shoes. What would you think? Meanwhile, really, like I said, I really don't care. Is just the whole point of it. And then that she has the nerve to come in here and talk to me like she still wants to try to be nice to me. And at the same time, she's just snaking me. So, yeah, just not the guy to let you piss on my feet and tell me it's raining. Well, Miss Jennifer, that's a whole nother story. I'd have to, sheesh. Too many questions you're asking me now to have to explain on YouTube. Where's Miss MJ at? I can't even see her now. Now, there you go. Okay, MJ, as I say, now you got yourself to where I can't see you. Daniel says watching. Miss Jennifer, I'm 110% behind that. No more YouTube dating. No, hey, you can believe that. The last one broke me of that. You could not pay me enough. God bless, man. Stick to people in my area. No, thank you. Miss Jennifer, I ain't interested in dating anybody from Oklahoma. Swamp Picker, how you doing? Hey, I said Oklahoma is a really nice place to live. I didn't say it's a good place for dating, man. Hey, they built these women around here to look like battleships. You hear me? Just being honest. You can't get me to date a battleship. Ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna do it. Swamp Picker, how are you doing today, sir? Oh my gosh, Picker said he's got the most snow he's ever seen. So Swamp Picker, we got snow yesterday and the day before. It snowed a little, we didn't get a whole lot of accumulation. Today, most of it has melted away. Stay single, Jeff. What? Yeah, well, Miss Jennifer, look here. Last thing, this no show here yet, but it has been cold enough to snow. No snow there yet, Humble Stacker says. Well, it might, buddy. It might snow on you. If you're in Texas or Florida, you might be in for some snow. I know the Panhandle got snow once again this weekend or this week. So Florida's been seeing some snow. Sorry, I read show instead of snow. I have dyslexia, by the way. I truly do. So I miss some of y'all's words and I try to go back and read them all carefully. Oh, you're in Washington. Hey, Humble Stacker, I have a half sister that used to live in Washington. Her biological mom lived in Washington. I got a half brother that lived in Washington for a while. Yep, yep. Now my sister, my half sister, she is what do you call those people? Jehovah Witnesses? Yeah. So she lived up there with the Jehovah Witness people waiting for God to come back, and then they told her she had to move to Missouri because God was going to come back somewhere by Kansas City. Now my suggestion to you all is this: you can be whatever religion you want, but it's written in the Bible that ain't no one knows where God's coming back to. He's coming back to the earth. Doesn't have a time on it, so that's where me and her cross heads because, well, I don't know. I don't, I don't know. I could be wrong, and at the end of the day, you know, the Mormons could be right, and we could be all, I could be in trouble. I might not be in the right place for God to come back and get me because my ass ain't moving by Kansas City. I bet you that. Pretty sure, y'all. As a Christian, I can tell you this. In the Bible, it says God's coming back to conquer this earth and to whoop the devil's ass. It doesn't say he's coming back to some certain part of it. I don't believe. No. Try a full blood German girl for 44 years. Oh my gosh. Help me, he says. He says, I got a German girl that's had him tied up for how many years now? He's 44 years. He just needs help. Oh my goodness. No snow yet, but cold as the dickens. Oh man, Kelly, I understand that. Someone asked me the other day how cold the dickens was. I told him, I said, well, I don't know. It's not as warm as a dick, I'm guessing, so it's cold. I don't know. Why do we say that? That's just something I grew up hearing, so it's something I say. I don't know. In a spaceship or a light bottle. In a single digit tonight and in the morning. Oh my gosh. It is cold enough here, y'all, that whenever I shut the door, I have my vent close to my room. I got no heat going in here whenever the vent's closed because I don't like the way it blows on me at nighttime. So my room gets chilly when I'm in here streaming for a bit, which last night really helped me, y'all. I froze the iPhone to where it stayed going for like 5 hours at one point on its own, 5 or 6 hours. It was amazing. It's an old saying, right? And I think I learned that from my grandpa, who used to say that a lot, the Dickens. It's what we'd say. To occupy the temperature in the end of a rebuild. What? It is crazy cold. Now look, it's 25 degrees here right now, y'all. I just got my thermostat to come on and it made me cold just seeing it. 19 degrees in North Carolina. Good gracious, Mr. Jack Gilman. Oh yeah, mad cow. So, Miss Jennifer, the temple in Jerusalem, where the temple in Jerusalem used to be, which now there's a Muslim church on it, I believe. Or they haven't already tore down the Muslim church because they were going to tear it down to rebuild. Anyways, all that stuff's written about in the Bible too, y'all. So if you're a Bible believer, you might want to open up the book of Revelations. It talks about all that good stuff that's happening over in Israel right now. And I think that's probably what Mad Cow was referring to. He's talking about the temple in Jerusalem. Swamp Picker says it's 25 degrees now. Holy cow, you guys are cold down there in Florida then. Yeesh. Virginia, Florida, all the coastline over there is all getting it. I'm just correcting you again, laugh out loud. I don't know. The people to start from the back going forward, right? There you go. Mad Cow's got it. A good read. Yes, it is. Louisiana here. That's right, Swamp Picker. Louisiana. Still yet down there where it should be warm, right? Okay, hold those thoughts first. Okay, I'm going to step away. Y'all just behave 15 here right now. Oh my gosh, Jennifer. Girl, that is way too cold. Y'all are crazy. I am not Mad Cow, Daniel said. No, I got you, Mad Cow. Been studying 40 years. Yes, brr. Jennifer, that's too cold. Okay, go. Now you convinced me to open up my bedroom door and let some heat in. And what are we smoking? Am I grabbing indica or are we smoking this hybrid? I don't know. I'll go hybrid though. Bye. We'll see you later, Swamp Picker. Hey, I'm not going nowhere. I just got to walk across the room. Y'all, we're gonna be praying for you, Swamp Picker. God bless you, buddy. I hope. Have you found anything good lately? Are they having any yard sales down there with it being cold? Cat Mom says smoking it all. There you go. MJ says smoke it out. So you got 3 more minutes. Oh my gosh, what happened, Mr. Jack? Nothing good. Oh no, Swamp Picker. Well, you gotta keep looking, my friend. That's part of the challenge, right? Hey, believe it or not, it's been I've not had a lot of jewelry this past week. I've had a lot of bars and rounds and different things like that come in. Seems like there's been more people trying to cash in other things. Had more fractional gold, not a whole lot of ounces come in, which is kind of odd. Everybody's wanting to bring in their smaller stuff, which is okay with me because, well, y'all like fractional gold, and I can flip fractional gold real quick. So, you know me. I'm just going to scoop it up, put it in no safety, safe. Jack's getting ready to clock out of work. Oh my goodness. Thank you for. See, Jennifer, you help keep track of things. I wouldn't have known to have looked back up there and seen that if she hadn't said it. Mr. Jack, you almost made it through a work day, my friend. Now all you gotta do is be safe going home, right? I always worry about people when they're like at work and they're anxious to get off. And see you when I get home. All right, Mr. Jack. God bless you, sir. Be safe. Very little gold has left the planet. True. Very true, Mr. Daniel. They sent a little bit up to space, they say, or whatnot. If we've even been, we don't know. What do y'all think? Tell me that in the chat. Being as how we're just having discussions. And I really wasn't planning on having that discussion, but man, as soon as I seen her in the chat, it had to happen. I literally took a 2-hour nap today, is all the sleep I had, and then I wake up to emails from YouTube talking about, by the way, you've been banned here and you've been banned there, and what the hell? Like the Dickens has been used since the 1800s. Never found why this statement has been used. Prevent bad words being used out loud as curse words would anger the gods. This could be. What's the word? I missed it. It's 11 o'clock there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. You're in the future. I'm in the central time zone. So, yeah. What you talking about, Miss Jennifer? So, Miss Jennifer, when are you and Miss Little Debbie going to start doing an auction? Telling you, y'all gotta make sure your flag that you're sub to Miss Jennifer there, and you gotta go check her and Miss Little Debbie out. Because I'm telling you, Miss Little Debbie she's really a nice person. Sometimes, no, she really is a nice person. And Miss Jennifer could be a nice person too. They'll both make you laugh. They're doing little pop-ups here and there now, and I think one day they might privilege us with like an auction. Telling you not to bring this shit up. I don't know when we are, she says, but you're going to. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being quiet, concentrating, right? Daniel says, who? No person, no nothing. We're not. Look here, I'm rolling a joint. I don't know what y'all are doing. Yeah. See that? That turns into that. See? That's what I'm doing right now. I don't know what y'all do. I'm trying to roll up some top shelf. I do not have whatnot tonight. I don't smoke during whatnot or before or anything like that because, well, I'm a professional seller. I try to be, and I try not to be all goofed up while I'm selling. Same thing at work. Dobbs, my buddy at work, he's really surprised. Him and his gal, they're like, man, I don't ever see you smoke. So I whipped out a pen and I was like, look, I just barely hit this thing when I'm here. I don't need to be smoked out at work. I just don't. Keeps me off my A game. I want to be on my A game at the shop. I want to be able to be on my A game when I'm selling on whatnot because, well, we have fun with y'all over here on YouTube and this is a blast, but this is not a professional selling platform. So this is just a place we get to come have fun, kick it, relax, do some fun stuff, which means I can fire up the old doobie and be like, okay, I can relax and not hurt. And yeah. Meanwhile, boy, talk about hurting. Oh my gosh. Miss Annette, how many push ups did I knock out last night during whatnot? Hey, y'all, didn't know this, did you, Miss Jennifer? I have now turned pennies make me sleepy. Pens make me sleepy. Miss Jennifer, you got the wrong kind of pen. Check it out. Somebody else sees what I smoke, right? Out here on the streets, and they're like, well, that's what money will get you. So these aren't cheap. But check this out, Miss Jennifer. Nighttime, indica, 1.5, or is it 2 grams? I think that might be 2 grams in that one. Other end, daytime, sativa hybrid. What? Can't make that up. Day and night. Daytime won't make you tired, ma'am. Makes you peppy. How you like them beans? But you gotta have money to buy something like that. It's gonna set you back a little bit. They both make me sleepy. Oh Lord. Well, I can say this though, with my new meds, I get sleepy too. A lot easier. I don't smoke like I did before. Now that I'm on different medication, it affects me differently. And it's funny because the meds on the meds say intensifies tiredness and dizziness if used with alcohol or marijuana. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've got a medical marijuana card. You're giving me medicine that you know is going to give me up even more when you know I'm already on some other stuff. Don't make any sense. Hybrid makes me sleepy too. Well, yeah, that's just Miss Jennifer. You're a featherweight. I don't know what to tell you, man. I take 50-gram gummies too, which knocks most people out, and it don't affect me. So, right? Hey, the humble stacker, he's up there in Washington. Good Lord, didn't they legalize everything in Washington for a while? I think they did. Washington and Oregon were like the two states that they were like, oh man, we'll pass out syringes for your heroin. Up there passing out pizzos for smoking crack with. I ain't never even in my life. So humble stacker, in a former life, I was a drug dealer. Boy, I'd have hated to have been a drug dealer in this day and time. They legalizing everything. That's got to be shitty. You know what I mean? How in the world is a drug dealer staying in business out there right now? Y'all better start selling silver and gold because, not a lightweight. I've been smoking since I was 12. I'm 54. Well, Miss Jennifer, I'm telling you, it's okay. It's probably the meds or something else you got going on, something even stress wise. Your body changes, your body's metabolism changes. Yeah, humble stacker it is. I'm telling you, they said people up there just dying and all indica for me. Hey, I'm the same way. Mainly, I'm an indica hybrid person. Only sativas I get's in the sticks, in the vapes, just because it's daytime, nighttime. Oh, Jennifer, you're not any older than I am, really. I mean, Look here, you got two new hips and a great smile. What you talking about? You're in better shape than I am. Let me borrow one of your hips. I've got a hip that clicks. But in all honesty, I deserve that, right? I mean, I had a bullet go through it, so I guess I earned that click. Today's been a clicky day. I was like, man, why is this leg? And then every time I would try to overstretch it and try to stretch, click, click. I was like, why is it clicking all day? Mad Cow says sofa for me. That means he's mixing everything up, y'all, along with some hashish and some other stuff, probably. Zero for me. I stopped using marijuana years ago. Makes me paranoid. Oh, Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly, that's just because you were around bad people when you did it. They shouldn't make you nervous. That's terrible. I hate it when people ruin people's buzzes and then just completely transform them. They're like, it's terrible. No, it wasn't the weed that done it. It was the people you were around. That was a bad crowd to get high with. I'm gonna need new knees in a few years. Not looking forward to that. Yeah, I need a new knee and probably a hip. I'm trying to get Miss Jennifer to loan me hers, but you know, she got two new hips and yeah, see, and they actually feel amazing. So, like, you mean using them feels amazing, or like, do they feel different when you touch them? I'm curious. I mean, I've never groped anybody that had a replaced hip. Could be a different feeling. Could be that it feels different when you walk. I don't think I've ever got paranoid from it. Neither have I. I got paranoid when they've mixed it with other stuff, or when I'd been up too many days in a row. And back in the day when I was, doing tweak, then I'd get paranoid. But that was because of the tweak. I think I've not had that problem since being an adult that doesn't do speed. I don't have to. On top of that, I don't have to be paranoid. I get emails sent to me. You know what I mean? Back to the old turkey days, Jennifer. Tired, 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 blah. Remember getting stupid from it? Like I'd say the same thing a couple times in a row because I couldn't remember if I said it. Yep, Dove, that's it. Hey, them are good times though, right? Y'all, I'll tell you this. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for God because God gives us these awesome things, right? Boy, that camera looks like crap today. Okay. So, God gives you these awesome things, and one of these awesome things was THC, right? It's a plant. Genesis 1:12 said God created all plant and fruit and seed bearing after its own kind and said using the man as you see fit. So there you go. But like anything else, if it's used at the wrong time, the wrong way, around the wrong people, it could be a bad experience, right? And when I was younger, I tripped acid a few different times, but I tripped the same kind of acid around a different group of people, had a whole different experience. You know what I mean? I'm guessing the same thing can happen if you smoke weed. If I was smoking weed with somebody that was acting all goofy, it might make me paranoid because then I'd be like, what is wrong with this cat? Am I going to need to shoot them by the time we're done smoking this? Or, you know what I mean? And I don't smoke with people, though, actually. Even my neighbors around here that smoke, they'll be like, hey, every once in a while they'll be kind of short or whatnot, and they'll be like, hey, bro, and I'll hook them up, but I don't ever smoke with them. I don't put my mouth on something anybody else had their mouth on. It's just who I am. I didn't even drink drinks after my children when I was raising them. You know what I mean? I didn't eat after them. None of that shit. Most of the women I've dated can even tell you this. I probably didn't even kiss them. Yeah. Only ones that I was serious about and thought there might actually be a future would I even go mouth to mouth with. I'm not saying I didn't bang most of them because I did, but I'm that guy. I will tell you, no, thank you. We are not. Mm-mm. Nope. So yeah, I'm that dude. I feel like it's more intimate to kiss somebody than it is to stick a dick in them. Does that make sense? Just saying. Jack says he made it home. Thank God. Jack walked right into that one. He's like, I don't know what was just said. Oh, that made me cringe, Kelly. That bites. It does. It never healed properly. It feels horrible when I. Oh my gosh. Hey, mine pops in and out too, Miss Kelly. My hip, my left hip, it does. And it like makes a popping noise. I can literally hear it nowadays. Mr. Jack walked right into that and was like, oh my gosh. Mr. Daniels says, I can't believe Jeff just said that. Well, you can believe it, man. No, don't share it, me. It's not sharp. It's a cold sore. My pinky toe does that. There you go. Hey, my pinky toe does too. Cramp sticks up. What is that thing about? My big toe does every once in a while too. I have a cramp and my toe sticks up. What does that mean? Makes a loud snap, doesn't it? I'm telling you, I was doing it today, Miss Kelly, and it was snapping and I could hear it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm officially old because I can't deny that that popping sound is coming from my hip and I could hear it and feel it at the same time that it was doing it. So, yeah, Miss Jennifer, we might need to talk. I might need to borrow a hip. Who's a good hip doctor? What kind of insurance I need for that deal? Not my hips, though. They used to snap, crackle, pop. Now she's all greased up like the freaking robotic man, see? My knee is crunchy, she says. There you go. My knee crunchy. It pops when I bend it all the way, when I grab a hold of my foot and pull it into my ass cheek, like I do stretches in the morning time. I have to because, well, I was literally told before I would never walk again, and well, I walk. So part of that walking process is every morning when I get up or whenever I do go to sleep, whatever time of day it is, whenever I wake up, I have to stretch my legs, especially my left leg. Like I can't get it to do things on its own, so I have to do it for it until it knows it's supposed to be moving, right? So yeah, I get the crazy cramps and I get the crazy kicks in the middle of the night. It's a good thing I don't share a bed with anybody because they'd probably be like, "What the hell are you kicking me for?" Yep, Mr. Jack, you get to relax now. Just sit around. Where in the world? Okay, that's it. You know what 5 ounce rounds are really good for? Ashtrays. Just saying. Only problem with using a round for an ashtray is that silver conducts heat. So yeah, you see the little black spot there? That one there. Yeah. It's because I set the freaking joints on it. But you can't have it sitting on anything too dry or else it'll burn stuff through it because, well, obviously heat is a conductor. I mean, silver is a conductor of heat. Blah, blah, blah. Have to wear my Forrest Gump brace if it's like over 10 miles. Oh my goodness. Dove season, if you all only seen Miss Jody Greenwood in the house, she says, I'm back. So if y'all could, you don't even look, I have a whole robotic leg in Missouri. don't, it's this thing that's like an exoskeleton that goes around my outer leg, and it literally is like a robotic leg. It was to get me ready for if they took my leg, if I let them go ahead and take my leg off. And it's supposed to help me with walking, but that thing is like a whole thing in itself. Like it's got shocks and some more stuff, and it's crazy. Looks like some RoboCop stuff. Jody, is your head feeling better? Yep. Yeah, that's right. It's just the resin, Mr. Daniel. A little rubbing alcohol. Take that right off there. You're right. It don't matter because it's just gonna sit there on my desk. I don't plan on doing anything with it besides using it for an ashtray. That one, I thought I was gonna sell it to Dove Season. I had a 5 ounce buffalo and a 2 ounce buffalo, and then Dove Season already had him. He's the buffalo collector. When I have buffaloes come in, he's the go-to for the buffaloes. Matter of fact, time to get up and stretch. That's right. Hey, Dove. So I had to last night, y'all. I knew yesterday was going to be a very long stream on Whatnot, right? Because I had already said, hey, I'm starting the wheel. I'm going to do it from beginning to end. I don't even know how to pause the show over there, y'all. So there you go. I'm not going to teach myself how to pause the show because as long as I don't know how to pause it, that means I have to do it from beginning to end. So that's what I'm going to do every time I do it. So that keeps me in check. That gives me the motivation to do it, right? Because I ain't got no choice. I'm stuck up there. So we did, though. Thank you to everyone that was over there. We got that deal wound out last night after 16 and a half hours. Sheesh. So today, in further news, I clicked into a stream. I got a bunch of okay, so on Whatnot, you can DM people and send private messages, and then if you're a seller, you have even more access to each other, and there's different things, right? So we have different ways to communicate. So I kept getting these alerts, and there was this thing going on over in Whatnot, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on now? And I'm telling you, it's one of them things that you don't know, right? Smaller will. Hey, Mad Cow, that's an excellent idea. And when I thought about putting one ceiling up, that would have been great. We'd had half that many spots. Imagine that, half of 125. But I had this friend of mine. You might know him. He goes by the name Mad Cow. And he said, man, I think you should just go ahead and put both items up there. I think that sounds like a great idea. That way they won't just hit one. And I said, you know what? That's what I was thinking too. I think it's a great idea, man. It sounded great, didn't it? It sounded great. It even looked good on paper. It was a pain in my ass, but that's okay. That's what you got to do. And this is what I was going to tell each one of y'all, right? Because we got some folks in here right now watching from Whatnot, and we got some folks in here that have ventured over to Whatnot. Now, I know I don't want y'all to have to announce to each other who you are, and some folks have already said hi, and we know who they are, but this is the deal. No matter what platform you're on right now, if you're going to the other, you're just going to have to grind it out. Right now is my cutting my teeth on Whatnot. Yes, I had been in the back rooms of Whatnot for the last 2.5 years. I've assisted with at least 4 other channels over there. I know different people, But this is the thing. I had not dedicated myself to selling. When you dedicate yourself to selling, no matter if it's on YouTube or if it's on Whatnot or if it's on eBay or if you're doing auctions on Facebook Marketplace, wherever you're doing it at, y'all, you know why my audience, when they found out that we were going to go ahead and name a Whatnot channel, wanted the name Integrity to be involved? It is not because I am a nice guy, because I am not always a nice guy. Jeff Crumpler is an asshole. Okay? This guy can be an asshole. And I know this. Believe this. Okay? But I am somebody that is definitely integrity based. I think it speaks volumes for someone when they admit when they're wrong. I think it speaks volumes for someone that goes out of their way to try to correct things that have been done wrong. I think that says something. So, new platform for us to be over there all in together, whatnot, right? So, here's what happens yesterday. I stumble into a raid that I'm going to do. We perform a raid on one person. I stumble over to another person's channel that I was following. If you look at my Whatnot page, you'll notice also that I'm getting close to 1,000 people following me. I only follow about, I don't know, maybe less than 250. Let's put it that way. So, what? Okay, so there you go. I'll go by that. I don't mind. But I'm an asshole with integrity. You know what I mean? So that speaks volumes for me. So, last night I stumbled into this situation, or it was early this morning, right? Because I mean, I was on Whatnot until 7 o'clock this morning, trying to get things done, doing things over there, supporting because people over there support the channel, and we want to support them back, and it's a community. So I was over there supporting some folks early in the morning, and then this afternoon I get an alert, and there's a channel that was on, and they do really big games and things, y'all. We're talking really big games they do. And the individual had, while setting up the will, did not list the top prize in the will, but realized it like partway through the game, or someone else realized it partway through the game. Then they put it on the will. Now, they were up today doing a live tutorial and trying to correct it and pleading with Whatnot, and Whatnot wanted them to go live, explain to people what happened. They've been suspended. There's some stuff going on, right? So that individual was trying to, I don't know them, but what they said made sense to me because this is where I'm at with it. I run a Whatnot will now, sometimes once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. They were an auction channel also, and they're new to this. So this is the thing. I set the wheel up on my only Apple device, which is an Apple iPhone. Overheats constantly during the streams. You can ask anybody that goes over there to watch when we're running the wheel. Jeff has to put you on the deep freeze. We have to cool the phone down. There's lots of things like that that can go wrong when you're using just the one device to try to run that wheel on. Because each time that phone overheats and shuts down, you can believe this, I'm nervous as heck, waiting to see when it comes back on if my will is still going to be there intact, or if one of these times it's just going to erase the rest of the will and there is no secondary file for it. You know what I mean? So what they said was this: they loaded up the will, and they load up a will like I do, which is how most people on Whatnot probably do. I assume. I don't know. I don't get into everybody over there's business. I don't Jeff with them. I don't mess with a lot of folks. You know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah, well, Mad Cow, guess what? You would have to have an Apple computer. Do you have an Apple computer you want to send me, my friend? Because I bought a new computer like a year ago, and it's a Dell. It's not an Apple. So you cannot run a will for Whatnot on anything other than an Apple device. Period. End of story. Period. Okay. So, Jody, big hugs. I hope you're doing well. So this individual, though, had, as they were explaining today, or trying to explain today, because I'll tell you this, they had went live and was trying to. They were getting hammered, y'all. I mean, people were calling them names. They were cut. I mean, it's a good thing they couldn't put hands on them. They had sticks and pitchforks and trying to, you know what I mean? And I don't know because I was just thrown in the middle of it. Basically, people tagged me, brought me over there too. I'm like, hmm. I watched silently for about 45 minutes. This gentleman was literally almost in tears. His face was all red. His wife's in the background. You could hear her snoozing. What happened was they set up the wheel. What we do is we put our floor items on first. We have our big items, of course, setting up because there's less of them. And you put those on your wheel last. Well, apparently, oh, nice. Well done. That's cool. Maybe it blows up. I'm telling you, that I can get paid, right? I'm gonna stick that thing somewhere where it blows up everything around it. So, at any rate, you load up your floor items first. And last night I ran a wheel that had 125 items on it. Out of that 125 items, probably 100 of those were floor items. So you load up that 100 floor items first. Now, remind you, I'm doing this on an Apple iPhone that's smaller than the palm of my hand. So you're doing all that on this little iPhone that overheats constantly. You're doing all this. So that's what they were doing. And then I put on my items that you're chasing. The big items I go through and I put them in the wheel in different places. Because obviously you don't want them to be at the beginning, you don't want them to be at the end. You want to mix them up so that people aren't just hitting the big items right away and then you can't fill your wheel or you can't sell your bags or you can't do the rest of the game, right? Okay. Well, apparently, halfway through the game, it was pointed out to them or they realized that they had not loaded up the biggest item. So now they went ahead and loaded up the biggest item and apparently even told the chat, oh my God, or somehow they had told everybody that, look, we made a mistake. We didn't get it on there. But they were told by Whatnot they were suspended. They were doing all this stuff. They had to refund all the money. So this is the thing with Whatnot, y'all. You can be refunded. You can do that stuff. Miss Furry Plants and Coins. God bless her. Such a supporter. Love that lady. God bless you. There she is, right there. There she is. Just speaking of the devil, there she is. No, you're fine. Furry, you're fine. So even Miss Furry last night, I, as a seller, got ready to back buck and go on auction, right? It was set up at $7. I wanted to retract the $7, make it a buck and go. I'd been running buck and goes all night. Everybody was loving it. We were having fun with it. I was gonna buck and go the next item. Miss Furry had her finger on the trigger. She was wanting that next item. There was like four other people wanting the next item too. They were all lined up, probably more than that, probably about 20 people on that next item. They were wanting that deal, right? So I told them, I said, all right, y'all, the next buck and go is gonna be live. And instead of taking the seven down, it glitched on that phone and it added a one to the seven. Now all of a sudden we're talking it's a $71 item. Now Whatnot, you can't take back your bid. Once you bid, it's in that computer. It's there. It's you're the bidder. So all of a sudden Furry found herself in a position of, she might have been willing to have paid, 10, 15 for the item the way it was, the position it was in, but not 71. And I knew that. And I told her, I was like, hold up, we got to figure this out. We got to try to figure out how to fix this. I never had refunded anybody but one person. That one person was an asshole to me, and I blocked them, got a hold of Whatnot, and refunded their money, period, and cut ties with them. So that was way different than trying to figure out how to refund Furry. Now, mind you, I was running a wheel and people were bidding on positions. So some of the people in the chat were really all souped up, and we were getting closer to the end of the race. You know, the big items are up there. They're really getting into it and they're really wanting this stuff. And they would not give me time to communicate back and forth with Furry in the chat and try to figure out how to resolve the issue right then. Where I didn't want it to be on Furry's card, because I do know this, that when you make a purchase on a debit card or anything else, if you get that canceled within so many minutes of the transaction, then it don't go through to your bank. It don't end up being a thing, right? It's just not a thing. So that's what I wanted to do for Miss Furry. I didn't want it to be a thing. This individual kept insisting that I just go ahead and blow her off, that I go ahead and just run the next, had me so pissed off, y'all. I'm telling you, I told them, I was like, apparently you don't know me at all, but you should probably go over and watch me on YouTube, because if you ever come into my chat again and try to tell me how to run shit, I will ban you and block you so fast your head will spin. And then I told everybody, I was like, nobody else talk in the chat besides my mods. I'm going to try to figure out how to refund this money. I want to fix this before we go any further, because of what happened to this other family. They tried to get it fixed in the middle of the show and was trying to do it. Other people interfering. They couldn't get the will fixed. Now they had to refund all that money. Now they got people in their chat talking about how that they might have done it on purpose, that, you know, they should be banned for selling for life. Look, why would they have came forward and admitted it in this? But then this is what they said. People in their chat was blowing them up, and this is what it reminded me of. I had a friend cornering around who made some bad choices, but for a good reason, right? So if you could do that, and that was a fact, and everybody knew that, and that all went out, and he was open about it, admitted it, talked about it, admitted what he did wrong, said what he did wrong. Other people tried to make it out to be more. This channel over there was a growing channel, husband and wife. From what I was seeing, it looked like these other big whatnot channels were literally just bashing at them because of what had happened. You know what I mean? They had made a mistake. They refunded everybody their money. So, yeah, I said to them, I said, you know what? Mistakes happen. You're rectifying it now. You sent everybody out their money. Going forward, maybe don't do as big a will. Take more time putting your items on it. I go through my items on paper. I go through it on the computer. I go through it on the phone twice. It takes me almost a full week to get my whatnot will set up. So I told them, maybe that's what you should do. Hey, I had some assholes in the chat ask me who I was and why I would even be trying to be nice to someone that was a scammer. Now, folks, let me tell you this. What a scammer does is they do some thug stacking shit to you, or they do some other shit that these other scandalous ass people do, and they don't refund you your money, and they don't send you your shit. That was a husband and wife team that obviously made a mistake, that was on there, you know, openly admitting that they made the mistake. They refunded everybody their money. No one lost anything besides the time that they spent on the stream watching it. And they didn't have to be up there doing that heartfelt apology or in there trying to explain what had happened or why they were refunding people's stuff. So to me, that showed some integrity. You know what I mean? They got up there and admitted that they had made a mistake, that they didn't know any better because they ain't been on whatnot for the longest. And they were like, we just thought if we put it in then and ran the rest of the race, that it was all good, because normally the big item don't hit until after the end of the race anyways, till the end, right? So they didn't think it would be that big a deal, but they had mentioned it because they didn't think it would be that big a deal. All of a sudden, these people over here, half this group of folks were trying to put these cats on a cross somewhere and hang them. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because I've seen some really nice folks and whatnot. And then I thought, man, this is a husband and wife that just clearly made a mistake. Ain't like they've been doing it all the time. You know what I mean? They admitted what they just sit right here and told us all what they did for like an hour. I've been sitting here listening to them explain exactly what went down and how it went down. That's what I said. I said mistakes happen, do a smaller will next time. Maybe y'all are doing too much, you know what I mean? Do a little less. I was trying to encourage them, but at the same time getting them to understand that you're right, you messed up. That's a pretty big fuck up. You're fucking with people's money. You know what I mean? But man alive, the response of some of the folks over there made it very clear to me why I don't go into them streams and just hang out and shit, y'all. This is why I go over there to sell. I will come over here and hang out with y'all. I will get to know certain ones from over there. But man alive, people can be messy and they can be just downright, you know. It's like, holy shit, I'm sure none of them major channels that actually, from me watching, their probably biggest problem with that family is that they're just a simple family and that they've came in and are pulling just as big a crowds as some of them people over there that's been running that business for years. You know what I mean? So now all of a sudden they got a nobody group that's coming up there and smacking heads with them and they don't like it. So they made one mistake and they are all over it like stink on shit. I mean, good Lord, dude. I felt so bad for the wife. I was like, dude, just kill the camera and get her to quit crying. Fuck, sheesh. Yeah. So yeah, they were ready to burn them the stake, and then believe this, I got DM'd after it from a few different people. One of which I already blocked. I was like, you know what? I don't even like your attitude, and because of that, I don't even want to get to know you anymore. And now you don't get to see my show no more. Bye. Click. And that's how that works. On Whatnot, if I ban or block you, if I banned you from the show, you can still see and you can come back to the next show. If I block you, you can no longer see my stream. You can no longer lurk on my stream. You can no longer kiss my ass. So please do come over there and post some problems for me or anybody else when we're on a business format trying to do business, and I will make you disappear. And then I will report you as often as I can and try to make you disappear permanently from that platform. And believe me, I might be able to do that. So, meanwhile, like I told them in that chat, I said my people from YouTube wanted me to include the name Integrity in the name of my Whatnot channel because I operate with integrity. So, to me, it takes some integrity to stand up and say that you're wrong and correct it and do things different, just like Coining Around did, and just like this family did. So, to me, my hat's off to them. And what I said over there still stands. I think maybe they bit off too much to chew and they should do it a little different or go back to auctions. And it made me think about my will and how quick things can go south. Because last night things kind of almost went south when I was just trying to fix things for Furry. I had to put some people in their place and make them understand that that was Jeff Crumpler's stream, not theirs. We weren't going forward with anything else until it was fixed. And that's the way it is. You know what I mean? Some of these people, they come in there and they act like because they got a little money that all of a sudden they run the show. And guess what, y'all? Um, the shop that I work with here in Edmond, Oklahoma, we have the only gold verifying machine. So you know what? I can cockily walk around here all the time and say to everyone that we're the only ones that can test y'all's gold. I go to the other shop and I scrap us up deals. Doing what? Testing their gold. You know what? All their gold from anywhere around here has to go through now? Us. Because we're the only ones can verify it. So guess who gets first pick at all the shiny yellow stuff that comes through Oklahoma City now? Jeff Crumpler. See, that's what integrity will get you. Meanwhile, you can you can keep sitting on here and playing games with people that guess what? None of these cats, most of these cats aren't even legal sellers. They don't have a business license, a business operation. They don't pay a business tax. They don't even know how in the hell to run a business. Just an FYI to y'all, it's going to be hard for you to take them into court when they keep screwing people around like they do and not sending out items. When one of y'all take a big lick, you go into court and they're going to be like, well, they're not even a legal seller. You were on YouTube playing games. It's not even a business selling platform. So good luck with that. Meanwhile, I encourage y'all to come over and check us out on Whatnot because I promise you, there you're going to get your items. They're going to be real items that's been tested. You're going to get them with a timely manner. If you don't, you will be able to get a full refund from Whatnot. Oh my goodness, 15 below zero Greenwood. Dang. Girl, you should just have them little hand warmers in you everywhere right now. But I think integrity is important, y'all. And I think if you make a mistake, then you got to own it. You know what I mean? It was not too long after I come into YouTube that I let someone push my buttons and I let some shit come out my mouth sideways at them. And I had to go live and apologize for it because it offended some other folks. And if I'd have known then what I know now, I probably wouldn't even apologize for it then because I wasn't sorry for it. And I'm still not. I can even tell y'all about the very instance, okay? So this little maggot thug stacking we got into, he fires up a live stream. He is gonna call me a white nigger. Okay? Right. So now mind this. This gentleman's like half Mexican, half black. So I fired back up and we were going back and forth across the live stream and I was like, it is funny to me that this half breed had the nerve to call me a nigger. All of a sudden I was in the wrong. You know what I mean? How crazy is that? So I don't understand the world we live in anymore. I mean, to me, one word's just as bad as the other coming out of his mouth as it was to me, and probably more insulting to me because I don't know. Some of y'all don't know this, but this guy got a lot of swastikas tattooed all over him. So calling me a nigger probably ain't your quickest pickup. You know what I mean? That probably going to maybe get your teeth knocked out or some more stuff. So yeah, I don't know. The old me would have definitely reacted differently to it, but for whatever reason, there was people in the YouTube community that felt like I owed him more of an apology, and other people in the community because the N word had come out of my mouth, even though it was fired at me first, and it was perfectly fine that he used it. Now, how backwards is that? Just saying, how backwards is that? That's the world that you live in on these digital things, y'all. I'm a quarter breed. Well, Daniel, you know what I am? I couldn't even tell you what I am completely, my friend. I'm sure I probably got a little bit of everything in me, but what I was raised in the penitentiary. And I was raised to hang with my own, stay with my own in there, and that's what I did. So I wear those scars and those tattoos. That's a part of me and always will be. But that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Obviously, most of y'all seen that I was in a relationship with a woman that definitely was not white. Actually, a few of them. One of them was just in this chat. So I'm not that person either. By the way, I also have a grandchild that's half African American. So there you go. I don't care what breed you are. You know what I mean? What you are is a freaking human being. So you all should treat each other like human beings. And you can't be having double standards for people. You know what I mean? Well, Miss Kelly, I don't, man, I'm telling you, I've got some Indian in me. I've got some German in me. I've got some Irish in me. I'm damn near Mexican. You know what I mean? I could be a Mexican. That's so. I mean, you don't even get me started about that kind of thing. But I'm saying this is how things go, right? People take that one word and they twist it, and all of a sudden, I had people calling and texting me back then. Because everybody we was all on this team, and oh my God, you got to go public and apologize. And it did not matter that man had called me out and had called me names. All that mattered was that my response back to him was not okay because I had caught. And this is the crazy part. I ain't got no. I'm 90% sure I ain't got no black in me. So how he got off calling me the N word at all, I don't know. Meanwhile, he definitely a half breed.
He's half Mexican, half black, and some other stuff. So he's something. So all I said was the truth. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying it now, because I damn sure wouldn't have apologized about it back then. Because I spoke the truth. That's a fact. Meanwhile, I'm 99% sure anybody that knows me can tell you I am not a wigger. I do not dress like I'm black. I do not act like I'm black. And I ain't got no black in me, I'm pretty certain. So there you go. So I'm pretty sure he was the one out of line, not me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. We're all mixed up anyways, and this is just a fact. And I had to tell somebody this that I used to be associated with that found himself thinking he was the only 100% anything in the fucking world. And none of us are, y'all. Guess what? I'm a Christian and I believe in the Bible. And if you believe in the Bible and you start reading Genesis 1:12 up in there, you know what I mean? It says God created Adam and Eve. They went forth and produced all of us. You know what I mean? So guess what? We all related. So there ain't, I don't even know where the divide is. Now, see, I wouldn't have all these things all over my body that I adopted in when I was younger had I just had a little more education in my head about just even Christianity, right? And even the science. Look at the science in the oldest bodies that they find. They got everything in them, right? I can't tell you if they were African, if they were white, if they were blah, just because they're everything. You're a hobbit? No, furry would be. Furry, she'd stay inside. She didn't have to go outside to get air. It's a good thing she's got pets. They need oxygen. She she said the other day, she's like, if I didn't go to work, I'd just stay inside. Oh, you're selling feet pics. Oh, okay. So Miss Jody is selling feet pics. Jody, do you got all them little piggies painted up? I probably shouldn't even share this secret with you, all women, but you might already know this anyways. Probably do. Most men, we check out your toes. Okay. I mean, I'm a foot person, and only because if I notice you take care of your feet when you're wearing open toe shoes, then I'm going to assume that you probably take care of everything else. You see a chick that's got some hammer toes and that don't take care of her feet, I don't know. Makes you wonder how much time they've spent taking care of anything else. So it's food for thought for you ladies, for you fellas. Tip from 48-year-old Jeff Crumpler that says that was passed on to me by a very wise man. And I've had pretty good luck. Check out their feet, guys. I did my DNA actually. Oh, God. Kelly, you fell for the trick. You mean to tell me you actually sent the government some of your blood so that they could clone you? I mean, they had to lock me up to get mine. I don't know about sending any of mine for just kicks and grins. Yay. So now we know there might really be another Kelly out there. I was thinking you looked awful young for your age. The other day you were saying how old you were, and I was like, uh-uh. Of course, Miss Jennifer's the same way. She don't look like she's a day over freaking, like, I don't even think she looks 40 in her picture, and she's all the time like, I'm 50 something. Get out of here. Too damn cold to paint those piggies. Well, see, there you go then. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah. Okay, so now we've heard that it was too cold to paint the piggies. Hers are under socks. Now the truth's coming out. Now we know who takes care of their feet and who don't. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't even did my toes here. I usually do after a shower, and I didn't today. So I guess I'm a day behind. No, I don't paint my nails, so I'm not gonna say my girls didn't when I was younger. when they were younger. When I had babies at home, sometimes they painted my nails. Yes, I was that dad. As a single dad, you're going to get your nails painted. You're going to paint some fingernails. I got really good at doing that. I can braid hair really good, but you know, my daughter Jasmine can braid hair really well because I taught her how to braid hair so she could braid mine. So that's mine and her joke back and forth all the time is we need to move closer to each other so that we can braid each other's hair every day. Because yeah. I sent my DNA in and got a son. There you go. Well, I mean, I've already been DNA'd for that, but I mean, when they picked me up and took me in, the FBI and everybody, they got my blood on file along with my eyes, and yeah, yep. They got all my stuff, Dove. Even before I left last time, I had to have my eyes redone. You know, they redo your retina scan every so many years to make sure it's like, is your retina going to change? I had no idea till, till after I was inside enough times, and they do it every so often. How much money would you have to get your retinas changed? So here is what makes me a little bit different, y'all, because I have to sit around, I have to scratch my head, and I have to wonder. Speaking of, this is one of the things I have to wonder about. I got an email a few days ago from an individual that, yeah, one of them individuals that I would assume piss on with gasoline as to anything. I would not put water on them if they were on fire. You know what I mean? This individual is going to be like, look, despite our past, I'd like to do business with you on just a business level. What the hell does that mean? Look, if I don't fuck with you, that means I ain't fucking with you on a business tip for sure. So the reason why I'm so different, I'm guessing y'all, is because my integrity was bred different. Okay. For those of you that don't know, but most of you already do, I'm going to go ahead and give you a throwdown lowdown here. Jeff Crumpler is a drug dealer that used to deal in automatic weapons and narcotics. That's all I had been most of my life. I had grew up that way. That's how I had brought myself to be. That's how I was trained to be, and that's who I was. So guess what? In my line of work, there was no room for error. There was no room for anybody making a faulty decision. If you did, you ran out of your oxygen. You know what I mean? They cut your water off. So I was raised with a certain amount of integrity that is a kind of integrity that keeps you alive. You know what I mean? So that's how I function as a human. So when I see these other people being all scandalous and things, it just, yeah. Sex, no kiss. That's right, Mad Cow. You don't believe me? You ask some chicks I've been with. And I'm not talking about ones I lived with because obviously I had other intentions with them, but you ask chicks that I've just slept with, they'll tell you. Jeff Crumpler, I used to have, y'all, my life used to be so goofed up that these chicks lived with me. I had a few of them live with me at a time, and they had these little signs made up on the wall just for fun that said no kissing on the lips, no, because that's like my thing. I said, no. I don't know where your mouth's been, and I don't care to know where it's been. I don't want to kiss you in it. To me, like I said, that's like a sign of intimacy. When I kiss someone on the lips, that's a whole different ballgame than I. So, so that's the difference there, Mad Cow. No kissing during sex. If I don't look, if I am not somebody I plan on spending my life with, then no, I'm not gonna lock lips with you. Probably might not even look you in the eyes during the whole process. I'm just saying. So, but So that is the integrity that I deal off of, y'all. And that is how my mind works. That's how I've worked all of my life. Since I was 9 years old, I've worked in a business that if you lied, cheated, or stole from the people, they would kill you. So I still function with that level of integrity now in the business I do now. And that's still how I operate. So I tell people now I sell legal drugs. I sell silver and gold. I sell it in weight. I sell it in mass amounts. I sell it in jewelry. I sell it in rounds. I sell it in bars. I sell it in any form you want it. And I can get it to you anywhere in the world. And I guarantee you, I can get you a better price than what they got where you're at if you shoot it to me. See, I'm that businessman, the same businessman I've been since I was 9 years old. So now my business is selling legal drugs, silver and gold, to all you awesome folks. And see, God gave me that opportunity. He opened up a door for me that completely changed my life from the way it was. But it did not change who I am and how I function. You know what I mean? So I do take this shit that seriously. I would as soon die as not get you all your products. You know what I mean? I'm not ever going to sell you a bad product because I'm going to make sure it's tested a million times. Because if I was to find someone selling me a bad product, I would probably remove one of their fingers. So you can believe if you get it from me, it's been tested. It's been tested more than once because I only deal with people that have integrity. And I only like to deal with people that have integrity. So I appreciate those of you that's been in here watching tonight and those of you that come over from Whatnot. I appreciate you. I appreciate you buyers that show your integrity when you come in and make your purchases and you send the things in. We appreciate that. We need you to send in saying, hey, you appreciate you got your package, blah, blah, blah. That's great. That helps out with things. And yeah, if you're over here from Whatnot watching and listening, there's so many more holes in the wall over here in YouTube you need to be aware of before you fall into one of them. I tell people all the time, I'm the channel you want to visit if you want your blinders taken off because I am not an ostrich. I'm not sticking my whole head in the ground acting like something ain't going on around me. So I backed out of the whole stream over there on Whatnot today before I buried myself over there real good because I about opened up my mouth and said some shit. And even when I responded back to some of these people's messages, I just had to try to kill them with kindness because, the one guy was so nasty to that woman, though. I just banned him from my channel. I don't even know him because I'm that guy. If I see you being disrespectful and stuff like that to people, I am just going to get rid of you. I don't want to have to see you again because guess what? There's a lot of other people out there in this world that I've already decided they don't deserve to breathe. So there's already a pretty decent list. I don't want to add any more names to it. I ain't got time for the bullshit. You know what I mean? You what? Now hold up now. Now, hey, Kelly, I ain't no toe sucker, but I'm just saying I've started at some toes before and worked my way up. Maybe that's what he was going for. Maybe you shouldn't have kicked him in the teeth so soon. Now, if he was just in-depthly in love with sucking on your toes, I could see where that would be a little weird. But if he was just looking for a starting line, toes is not a bad place to start sometimes. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm a man that I know where the finish line's at, and I'm just trying to get there. So I don't know. Not that any of you guys that's listening to this is ever gonna have to worry about that because I'm not dating chicks from YouTube ever again. I promise you. No, that was nasty. Oh, that's some whole different stuff. Maybe he just liked the taste of your salty toe jam. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly's got cute toes. 'Cause dude wouldn't want to suck on them if they'd have been ugly. Just saying. A kiss, not a lick. No, Mad Cow, no kissing. Licking's okay. I'm just saying. That's licking is part of the deal sometimes. Kissing mouth to mouth, not necessary. No, no. Kelly reminds me of a movie, Blue Velvet, with Dennis Hopper. I know the movie. Oh my goodness. Miss Kelly, have you been on the movie before? Miss Kelly, have you seen Blue Velvet? I have tiny feet, apparently. He was in love with my feet. That's what done it. It was them little bitty feet. The foot. Hey, the foot is where the foundation begins, right? So there you go. No, I never seen it. Well, now you got to put that on your things to do. Go ahead, go throw that in the old VCR. Blue Velvet. It's cold in the hallway. Jody, are you in my hallway? I turned off my heater since I've been in here streaming with y'all, so the heater's been off for 2 hours. I'll tell you this. I just started shivering a little bit. I got goosebumps. So, Jody, if you're in my hallway, turn on the heater and open up my door. Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy. Oh, dove season. You got to see it. Miss Kelly, you got to see it. Trust me. It's in a good, funny way. We're laughing with you. We're not at you. So, yeah, God bless people. And I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like I said, the one individual emailed about doing business with them and congratulating me on taking a step forward and getting away from the YouTube. Well, I was just like, what in the hell? I couldn't even believe what I was reading. I had to holler at MJ. I was like, MJ, you read this and make sure I'm not seeing shit. What is wrong with people? Hey, people to hang out with. One, murders. Oh no, I thought you said people to hang out with. Hey, now, Miss Furry. See, people are misunderstanding. Now, I'm telling you all this. A real killer probably be your best friend. You know what I mean? Probably be the best person you could ever hang out with because they probably kill for you. Just saying. A real murderer, they ain't going to hurt you if they're hanging out with you. You know what I mean? So that might be the one you want to hang out with you. I mean, I've lived most of my life surrounding myself with straight killers. And yeah, I trust them more than I do some of the folks that most of the people that I've met on YouTube. So go figure, right? Strange men or women. What men and women aren't strange anymore? Thank God the president just, oh, hey, how do y'all like Donald Trump? Hey, boy, I think the whole world about flipped in here, didn't he? The United States will no longer recognize any other gender besides male and female. I don't understand why it ever did. How in the hell did that ever even become a question on applications? Are you, that is not a form or a slot. You are not a dog or a cat. You are either a male or a female at birth. If you're both, then you're a transvestite, and most likely they're going to give you a surgery of some kind to help you out decide which way or another you're going to be. God did that to you. That wasn't your choice, so that we understand. But the rest of y'all, buckle up. You're about to get to be a man or a woman. I done see that on my feed. They're already having a fit, right? First day back in office, Donald Trump gets on the news and just announces to the whole world, by the way, I love it. Oh, by the way, y'all, I almost went live and mentioned this to you. Shit, let me pull this up and show you something. Here we go. Now, I hope to God maybe y'all's profile don't look like mine. I'm not saying you should do what I do. I'm saying I invest in different things, right? So, like when I was selling drugs, I obviously invested in firearms and different things, right? It's a part of the business. Okay, so in investing in different things, today in breaking news, let's pull this up, see what I can show you without having to show you all of my stuff. Okay. Ooh, I'm up, man alive, plus $8 today already. What? Look at my Trump bucks. Okay, so check this out, y'all. I don't know if any of the rest of y'all are doing cryptocurrency or not. I diversify. I have different things in my portfolio other than just silver and gold and diamonds and, you know, crazy things. I do this. I do cryptos to an extent. And check out what I bought today, y'all. First thing this morning at like 1 o'clock, I was streaming on Whatnot when I bought it. First of the official Trump cryptocurrency. Boom. That's right. I bought in last night at midnight when it first went into effect, a little after midnight. I bought in at like less than $30 a freaking coin, y'all. Look at there. It's at 42.74 already. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Official Donald Trump crypto. And he has also opened up some Donald Trump stocks. Now I didn't jump any stock because, man, let's say this. That dude's had some bad business ventures. So I ain't gonna jump on those, but I had to grab me some Donald Trump crypto because I feel like now I own a little piece of the Trump Meister, right? I mean, says there I own some. Yeah, I own some Trump. So there we go. Hope the rest of y'all jump on over there. By the way, that is available on the platform that I use on my phone for the most part. I use Robinhood and I use Coinbase. So you can use either one of those platforms now. Have the Trump Trump cryptocurrency is available for purchase as of midnight last night, y'all. Let's go, Donald Trump. Whoop whoop. So go grab yourself some Donald Trump crypto. Swam trunks up 5%, Mad Cow says. Meanwhile, what else went up today? Precious metals, gold and silver. I was looking for the decline in it. Nope, it stayed climbing. All cryptocurrency climbed, and all of my stocks jumped except for my Tesla. What the hell is going on with Eli and Trump right now? What they up to? I don't know. I feel like that's something to watch right there in itself. So we're going to see what's going on with that one there. It's bingo time. Miss Jody, go win lots of good stuff. Well, Miss Firefly, what I am is I do day trading on stocks and cryptos and things like that. Now my little Trumps that I bought and stuff, I'll probably stick that in a long-term hold. But yeah, I day trade. I'm a quick study of numbers, and I can watch things, and I can see how the politics and how the government and how things affect certain stocks. So I tend to be pretty good at it. I've had pretty good luck at it over the last 2 years, anyways. Billionaire bingo. Well, I'm not a billionaire. You got to be a billionaire to get in that deal. Panama land free. That's right. So, yeah, there's my breaking news of the day. I invested in some Trump crypto. I even had to shoot my mom a picture and was like, there you go. I know that makes you proud of your son. I got that. I was like one of the first. I had to be one of the first buyers in there. I was all lined up on it. I was like, ready. I had to stay up late tonight.
get to pick up Navy boy from the airport at midnight. Whoop, whoop. There you go, Dove. Oh, well, hey, man, it is 11:12 now. I'm up late with y'all. Look, this whole thing last night's got my whole sleep off. I done took a 2-hour nap. I didn't go to bed, y'all, until this afternoon. I slept 2 hours and then popped up here with y'all. I went and jumped in the shower and then come up here with you guys after like a 2-hour sleep today. Because, yeah, I can't not do the packages from Whatnot. Whenever I get the thing done, I'm ready. I'm like, man, I hit the printer and we're getting stuff done. Is Dimebag Daryl still in here? Dimebag Daryl, are you here? Hey, I didn't even see Dimebag before, man. I can tell you this, though. Mr. Dimebag can sing. I've been seeing him over at Deb's Wood Burning. She does a little karaoke thing, Miss Deb's Wood Burning. Yeah. Oh, Dimebag be over there jamming. Yeah. Oh, Darren. Dimebag Darren? Or are you talking about Darren Gray? I think that might have been Darren Gray that was in here, Mr. Jack. That's a different Darren than Dimebag Darren, buddy. Dimebag does come by every once in a while, but I haven't seen him in here yet tonight. Now, there's a lady I ain't seen in a minute. Miss Cindy Redinius. Good to see you. I'm lurking. Well, we love you. We miss you. I hope you're doing well. Big hugs, ma'am. Miss Cindy, always so nice. Dimebag Darren? Yeah, that's a different Dimebag than Darren Gray. Darren Gray just goes by Darren sometimes. The Dimebag usually goes by Dimebag Darren. I could be wrong. He could have came in here and I might have missed him. If I did, I'm sorry, Dimebag. Good to see you, Miss Cindy. How you doing? Uh, Mr. Jack Gilman, if you look up Miss Deb's Wood Burning on the internet, if you look up Miss Deb's Wood Burning, I can guarantee you Dimebag Darren will be over there sometime for karaoke. He always goes over there for karaoke, my friend. I need a CD made. He'd be a good one to make it. Mr. Jack, are you making CDs of the service? I'm asking because I had CDs done of my dad's service when I was in prison, and I can reach out to someone I know, which is who I reached out to then, because obviously I couldn't because I was in the joint, and I can see what I can get done for you. Oh no, it's not that. Okay. Well, whatever it is. I mean, if it was that though, I could probably reach out to someone. I have a cousin that used to be the embalmer, and you know, did all the things for a certain county in a certain state, and he can do all that kind of stuff. The funeral home made me some CDs, right? Okay. I didn't know. I thought maybe they just gave you one. I was gonna say I could have my cousin. He works at a funeral home, and he is like, yeah, he's a mortician. That's what he does. What he does, he gets rid of dead people. You see. Uh, so, but he makes some CDs and things, and he can burn them off for you or copy them for you. That's what I was gonna say. I can. Other CDs, I don't know, but I know he can do the funeral ones because he did my dad's. He's a coroner. That's what it's called. He's the county coroner. Here I was trying to think of what Charlie's job title name was, and that's what it is. He's a coroner, and he works at at the funeral home. He started out working in a nursing home when he was younger. Funny thing about that, I guess he just got into that kind of stuff. Had 6 made. Nice, Mr. Jack. I'm trying to keep my peeps from freezing. Oh no, peeps. So you got what? You got your toes are freezing? Put some socks on, girl. Look here. I ain't playing. Oh, it's too dark down there. You can't see it, can you? Well, see the top of that deal? At the top of my foot, it says Calvin Klein. Just wearing socks. I wear socks all the time inside. Throw some socks on. It'll be okay. It's 18 degrees in here now. 18 degrees here now in New York. Oh my gosh. See, it's so cold here that it just says temperature to rise. Well, there you go. It says temperature is going to rise here. Keeps my puppies warm. I just keep my socks on. Take my socks off at nighttime when I go to bed. That's bad. Get up, take a shower, throw on the socks. Take the socks off and you go to bed. Negative 30 degrees. Oh my gosh, that's it. Somebody send her a freaking heat pad. Oh my gosh, Miss Cindy, you need to buy some of this stuff in my pallet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a pallet sale one of these days. I got I got a whole pallet full of stuff sitting in my house. Somewhere along the line, I forgot that I was supposed to be selling pallet goods, and I've just been so busy doing everything else that I have not had a resale auction for pallet goods. And I got about literally a half a pallet of Amazon shit sitting in my living room. Heat tape. I don't think there's any heat tape in it. I don't know, man. I live in a complex. I ain't got to worry about any of that. We got 24-hour maintenance. They better come fix the. They better not let the water freeze up. Run water slow. Cover pipe. That's it. Either that or rent. Then you don't have to worry about it. There is some plus sides to renting, y'all, and that's the fact that you don't have to do your own maintenance, right? Meanwhile, back on the farm, Miss Annette, I still have not found the other black stands from last night's show, from the Whatnot show. Y'all, I'm telling you, man, I got little gremlins. They run around here and they've collected gold bars, silver bars. See, my voice is fading away because I've been over here looking at the floor because now they've ate some of my coin stands. And, yeah. MJ says that I've got gnomes that live in my room. I told her, I don't know, but whenever I catch them, it's crazy. There has to be something. There's like a vortex over here that anything that falls off this desk in this area, it just freaking vanishes. I'll start dropping things off of it just to see if there's like something that opens up in the floor and just. Unfortunately, I own this shit. Oh, hey, Miss Cindy, that's what I was gonna say. Now, see, in Missouri, I own, and even now, I've been gone for like a year and something, 2 years now. I'm got a lot of stuff in the house that my mom's not living in, and a lot of, I mean, in my house that's just sitting empty. That whenever I'm gonna have to. I've thought about that, Miss Annette, but that might get weird. When I was younger, I'd been down with having a camera in my bedroom. I mean, I did some weird stuff when I was younger. Y'all probably be able to find footage of it somewhere out there on the internet because, yeah, I was that guy. But, anyways, because of that, I don't want no cameras in my room no more. Never know. I might actually get lucky. And what I might have to turn off the camera, and then the chick probably be like, "Why do you got a camera in your room?" You know what I mean? Not a question I want to have to answer. Just seems like a really bad idea. I got 2 in my living room. I got one that's directly facing the door and down the hallway, and then I got another one that's from the side view to the side of the living room and does my parking lot.
so I can watch make sure no one messes with Miss MJ's vehicle or any of the other vehicles. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there you go. Miss Annette says, turn it off or hide it. Miss Annette, true story. I was with somebody once. They had a camera in their bedroom, and then yeah, later on, unbeknownst to me, that thing had been running a lot. Now, tell me how weird that'd make you feel afterwards. Be like, are you telling me you've been videoing, taping us doing whatever, and me sleeping or doing? I mean, that's a good way to ruin a relationship. Let me tell you, because there's just going to be an amount of trust broke there that you're never going to get back. I promise you. So I'm not going to do that. I would be, yeah, I would hope the chick would be just like me and be like, you know what, this is too fucking weird. I'm out of here. Yeah, but then there's always that room for it to be turned back on, right? Because I assure you, I was told it was off until it wasn't. So I don't know. I'm just saying, it just seems like a bad idea. I'm not that kind of paranoid. Even when I was living a crazy lifestyle, I had cameras all over my place, but not in my bedroom. And I was even into some strange things back then. I mean, you know, there was still some filming stuff going on, I'm sure. But maybe I'm different. I'm just thinking my room's like this is my little safety zone, right? I don't want nothing in here being recorded. What if someone records my thoughts? Then what? And one watching my safe, right, Mr. Jack? Mr. Jack, I used to have so many cameras and I had a monitor system thing to where I could talk to you from different cameras. I could push the buttons but crazy part was I wasn't, I wanted to know what was coming, not what was going on there. You know? So now I just got it to where, and this is the thing with security cameras, y'all. Don't be hooking those up to your home system. If you got one of the ones that's got an SD card in it, you're absolutely crazy. Because guess what? A burglar is going to take the camera with them. Most burglars are going to be smart enough to see the camera there and be like, well, or if it's hooked to something, they're going to follow it back to the VCR. They're going to take the VCR, and then you're not going to know who it was, anyways, until later on down the road. So they've got this thing now called the cloud. It will come to all of your home security cameras. It's worth a crap. You just load up the videos and the images to the cloud, and then it is there. And then no matter where you're at, you can see it. You can recover it. You can do all kinds of stuff with it, but it's there. It's not going to go anywhere. So I do suggest that for you stackers, get yourself a good security camera that has a system for the cloud. If it has a system that it wants you to put a card in it, just know what I just told you is so very true. Mother sucker breaks in your shit and they taking everything. They're gonna take that camera. Yeah. Well, that's what you need, Don. You gotta have that, man. Because then they can take that camera and it don't matter because you got them on that film already. You know what I mean? It's gonna be on that cloud. Just something that I know because of I'm here lately. I've been doing it. Jeff, we just call a cop. They have cameras. Oh Lord, what are you gonna call them after someone's done broken your place? Miss Cindy, I'm talking about for your house when you're not like there. Don't worry, Miss Cindy. If they break in here, I'm not calling the cops. You can ask anybody that knows me in life, then they'll tell you this. And yeah, there's only been a couple of people in their life ever try to break into properties of mine, and then you can trust and believe they probably wish that it would have been the cops that would have come at them instead of me. I don't call the police. I don't like cops. We're not cool with each other. We don't get along. We never have. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? I've hired some cops a couple of times to do some crazy jobs for me, but that's it. Yeah, see, Miss Cindy, I'm thinking the bathroom and bedroom, that might be a little too much. Yeah, I don't want no cameras in my bathroom and bedroom. Just seems like too much. Look, there's like 4 people that left the chat instantaneously. They must have thought I liked cops. Did y'all not hear what my previous job was? I'm an ex-drug dealer that has a federal record for making automatic weapons. So, yeah, me and the police not exactly on the same page. It's not my fault. I tell people that all the time. It was Ronald Reagan that in 1989, it was brought to my attention, and I can recall to this day that that man said that he was making it a war on drugs. So from that day forward, we were at war. That's just how the rest of my life went. My uncle was a chief of police in the city I live. That's awesome, Don. I've had a couple of chiefs of police work for me a couple of times. I also figured this out when I was really young. Most of them are more dirty than any one of you that's in this chat room right now that's a regular civilian. And they all like money. And most of them realize they have the ability to make a lot of money doing what they do. So I used to exploit that and help make them money when it came to what they wanted to make money doing. As long as they were making me money, that's all I cared about. I'm a little bit different person when it comes to that now. Now I care about you all. Yep, you have been pardoned. By God, yeah. Not by man, Miss Cindy. I did my time. There was no pardon involved. First few times I went to jail and went to prison, I pled guilty. And yeah, made my grandma a promise as she was dying that I'd never plead guilty again. So this last time, I sat in jail waiting to take it to trial for years, and then I went ahead and took an alpha plea, which is a plea of no contest. I'm a man of my word. I still would not plead guilty. She told me, no, don't plead guilty, even they catch you with the bloody gun in your hand. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Don, I'm telling you, some of the best people I had work for me were cops. They're committed, they know what needs to be done, and they damn sure don't want to get caught doing it. It makes them very good employees for what I used to do. Hey, I made a chief of police one time. True story. I grew up with somebody, and somebody in their family ended up becoming a deputy. Later on in life, we decided that was really beneficial. So we went ahead and made a push and helped them become a chief of police and then finally a mayor of a whole town. See how that works? But you're right, Miss Cindy. Things are different now, so I'm redeemed by the blood of Christ, and that's it. In man's book, I'm still not ever going to be redeemed. I'm still going to be a felon forever, right? It's just how it is. Especially me because I have violent charges. I have shooting cases and some more stuff. So that's they're like, no, no, no. You don't ever get pardoned. You don't ever. You can't make automatic weapons and sell them to other countries and it be okay, Miss Cindy. The United States don't like that. Apparently, they had a problem with me doing that. Meanwhile, my theory is this: your money's green no matter where you're from. If you pay me to do a job, I'll do it. Back then, that was my job. So people in other countries sometimes just pay better than people in the United States. So, Mr. Don, you learned not to take advantage of that, though, huh? He was probably like, oh, man, that nephew of mine up to no good again. Look at this deal. I like how my hands is the first thing I see on YouTube now. What the heck? This is how YouTube does things for us. Look my channel up. This is the first thing that pops up on my feed. Got my meat hooks up here looking at some proof quarters. I was thinking police commissioner was too many conflicts of interest. Mm-mm. You could do it, Mad Cow. You should do it. What do you guys think? I think Mad Cow should run for president. I really think Mad Cow should come up here and hang out with me more often instead of me just hanging out up here by myself talking to you. Like tonight, Mad Cow could have come up here and talked with you, and then you would have some a different insight. If they make Mad Cow police commissioner, we know the whole everything's went to shit. We're in trouble. Mad Cow's a great guy, but he should not be the commissioner of any police department. Just saying, buddy. We both know it. What kind of Pandora's box would that be? What would happen? I should sure never be anything like that. No, you're not. Miss Kelly, that does not make you boring. That just makes you smart. You know what I mean? Trust me, I'm an idiot. I was a true idiot when I was younger. Like, dude, I promise you this. The first time I got out on parole, I literally called the PO, or the PO had called someplace I was at and was trying to find me, and they gave me the phone. They handed me the phone, and I told the lady on the phone who was the parole officer, I was like, "Look, you will see me when you catch me. I'm never coming to visit you. I'm never doing any of your parole or probation. You will see this guy when you get handcuffs on him again." And that was it. That's, I was a dumbass. You know what I mean? I was just truly not interested in following their rules or their laws or their anything. I had done been, yeah, I was a machine that was built completely different. There you go. I'm protected by a crazy lady that owns a gun. Now that's a good one. I used to have a sign that said, "I don't dial 911." I think it's still in Missouri. Hey, Miss Sherry. Water treatment, clean lace, hit hit test. What are you talking about, Mad Cow? Even went into foreign talk on us. I don't even know what just happened there. How's Miss Sherry doing tonight? Good to see you, ma'am. Miss Kelly, you're not boring. I mean, you come hang out with us all the time, and you're always doing something interesting. Your boyfriend don't think you're boring. If he did, he wouldn't have been around you all these years. You know it? Believe that. He'd done been like, yeah, no unemployment, no needs, free medical, help one who take it, give rest at islands. What? What are we doing? I don't. I'm. How many folks in here is even getting unemployment? I don't think that affects any of us in this chat. Maybe not. Is unemployment a thing? Do they still give that to people? Is there still people getting unemployment from COVID? Somebody said that, and I thought, man, what is happening? Doing good, brother, and you? I'm doing great, Miss Sherry. Oh, hey, you want to talk about freedom to pray? So, Mad Cow. Hey, I like the governor of Oklahoma. By the way, she passed a law like in November or whatnot after she got to office again, that now they're doing prayer in school again here in Oklahoma. That's right. Y'all want your kids to learn how to pray in church and how to pledge a flag? Send them to school here in Oklahoma. We got you. I thought that was pretty cool. Like they had a whole thing on the news about it. I was like, good for you. Good for her. They're not going to make them do it, but it's optional. You know what I mean? The kids should have a chance to pray, and they should say a pledge of allegiance to the flag. That's what's wrong with this country. See, we were taught different than that, man. I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure my people would have beat the brakes off me if I'd have come home and told them I didn't pledge the flag or I didn't. They'd have whooped my ass so hard. You know what I mean? Mm-mm-mm. Meanwhile, they done did away with praying for the most part by the time I went to school. It's probably why I didn't pray. I was like, The cop let me sit in the front seat, but told me don't touch the shotgun. Laugh out loud. See, Miss Kelly, I love it. That's hey, that's where it's always good to have. I used to keep females that were cute around me on purpose just for that. Be like, hey, look, I'm that guy. You better not let me near a shotgun and a cop at the same time. Especially if there's some cuffs involved. There's some. I break out in handcuffs around the police. Not anymore, but I used to. Now I just deal with them on a professional level. I still get that weird feeling sometimes, but I deal with cops. They come into the shop, and yeah. Now it's different. I have to remind myself that, hey, but I still look at their piece, and I still look at the piece that's there. My eyes go back and forth the whole time. Anytime any of them's around, I'm thinking, and I think, can they see my eyes going back and forth? Because my eyes don't stop moving. That's a good thing, Miss Sherry. Y'all, I'm telling you, that's an excellent thing. You don't want to be in trouble. Don't get in trouble. The dumbass thing to do is get in trouble and ruin your record to where you get that hanging over your head because, man, what happened to me was I set bad goals for myself, right? So, as a very young child, I started idolizing people, as a matter of fact, Al Capone, which is why I've always paid my taxes. The only thing that man didn't get away with was paying his taxes because he just got all flamboyant and thought he didn't have to do it. And they done locked his ass up because he didn't pay some taxes. And then he ended up getting some disease from some skank they brought him to the prison. Ended up dying from some damn disease from some dirt leg, you know. Terrible. Terrible way to go out. Excellent businessman, straight killer, and yeah, ruined everything by not paying taxes. How in the world do you do that? But only till 3 p.m. So that's good. At least that's right. At least you're only so you're gonna work from the morning to 3. That's good though, because then you get the afternoon to do stuff, Miss Kelly. Well, thank you for come hanging out with us, ma'am. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for all the support last night on Whatnot, Miss Annette, all of y'all. Look, if we hadn't have been over there hanging out, the next 4 days off. What? Outlaws serving a God. That's right. Just liked. Hey, Casey Stacker, how you doing? Miss Kelly, 4 days off. You're gonna get bored. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. The Bible and the 45. Awesome. Oh, hey, y'all. I sent a thing to MJ. Did y'all see where they're gonna be closing a bunch of the Burlingtons and they're gonna be closing all the big lots? They're going out of business. And they're closing like all these other stores, like a whole bunch of different stores, y'all. So you might want to hit some of those places and see if you can get some deals because they're going out of business. Saying. As a reseller, I thought about that because I thought, man, look at all these places going out of business around here. The Big Lot, come on now. There you go, Miss Kelly. Hey, she takes so much time making the videos. So, Miss Kelly, I need a new countdown video. I need like a new intro video. I need some different videos made. Yep. I need some different videos made, yo. So, if any of y'all can come up with cool clips, cool ideas, anything like that, let me know. I don't know how to make clips. I don't know how to make videos. I don't do any of that stuff. What I will do is if you come up with some like creative ideas, some creative things, and you could do it, then I will definitely pay you to do it. I just, yeah, I don't want to years later hear about how I'm getting copyright claims because you've reported the damn videos. Because, yeah, I will just pay you for it. And I just, Mr. Don, I don't think you've told me that before, sir, but God bless you. You might have tried to apologize, Don. And I'll be honest with you. I stopped reading your emails like months ago. Just put them on spam. I don't even see your emails anymore. So I'm sorry that I just didn't even want to deal with it. And I get it. You know what I mean? Shrooms are a mess. They can be messy. And I appreciate that. Sheesh. Hope you got everything all worked out. And especially with things you already had going on, shrooms probably not a good thing for you, my friend. You already got, some stuff you told me about before going on. Probably that'd be like me taking shrooms. Why would I want to do that to my brain right now? I don't know. I've made so many banners for so many channels already. Oh, well, Miss Kelly, see now that if you wanted to discourage me, that was a good way to do it. I don't want to be like anybody else, and I don't want you to think, I don't want you to feel obligated or feel like I want you to do something you've done for somebody else. I'd like to be different. What I would like is I would like to have my countdown video and stuff still be the video, but just change like the voice on it or some of the stuff maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe different music. And because I like my clips, you know what I mean? I'm somebody, I don't like change. I am a creature of habit for sure. For a purpose that's kept me alive. And yeah, so I don't like change. And I like I would like to get some new ones, but I would like to figure out how to fix the ones I got. But here's the thing, Miss Kelly, I can't even send them to you. Now, somehow there's a way I can make you the admin and you can move them around and you can do stuff with them that way. Because I've had other admin do different things with different videos. This guy's an idiot and I can't figure out how to send them to people or do the whatever. So, yeah, I'm a computer idiot. See what I mean? I know my skills. You could believe this. I would gladly pay people to do this kind of thing because it's not my thing. Way out of my league, way out of my skill set, and I don't care to learn it. You know what I mean? I ain't got enough time in my life to want to master another skill. I'm good. Well, we'll have to talk, and I know there's others out there that do that too. So any of y'all, and it don't matter, we'll work out different ones. But obviously, I need to do them because guess what? Now I can't even play my countdown video or anything else because I don't know. Some ass smuck has decided they want to try to claim it as theirs. And you can believe the person who created that video for me, I paid them to do it also. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd as soon just pay someone and actually, it'd be paid for. This sticker right here. There's a guy named Dreadpool that me and him sit down with this idea and we looked at computer stuff and we kind of went over it. And he helped draw up the master plan at the end and sold it to me and I paid him for it. And, I never had no problems with that man doing anything crazy with my stuff. I don't understand why other people couldn't just be that way. When your friendship, relationship, wherever else you're in goes south, it don't matter. Someone pays you for something, that's done. So the damn videos I play on here was paid for. It pisses me off now that I'm getting hemmed up about them. It just it's damn sure don't send anybody you've made videos for an email threatening them that you're going to do that to your videos because then they might come back and accuse you of being the one to do it. You know what I mean? Oh, Miss Cindy, look, I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm too old to learn. What I'm saying to y'all is this: I'm too old to want to learn that. I have a lot of stuff in life I'm learning every day. This whole Now I'm reaching out into a new branch of thinking about doing coin shows and all the different stuff that goes with them. I'm having to figure out how to hire security, how to it's a whole nother thing. So see, I'm already evolving and learning new things all the time. Making videos, not something I have time for. I I would rather pay one of you awesome folks that can do it, and then I can just push the button. It could just play. I wouldn't get any copyright strikes. I wouldn't get any videos removed. That would be awesome. See how that would work? I'm really good at what I do. That's probably because I try to perfect what I do the best I can over and over and over every day. I don't do that by wasting my time trying to learn new things that I don't look. I don't care to ever be a video editor. You know what I mean? I would just as soon pay people for the rest of my life to make videos whenever I need them. There's folks that have learned that skill and that are good at it. Yeah, that's their profession. My profession, selling and finding silver and gold and precious metals and stones. That's what I do. I don't make videos. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. I'm not a video guy. I'm not even going to try to pretend or play like I am. Look, I'm the guy that gets so tired of putting that sticker up there on that backstop that I've literally had that tape up there. I just peel it up and down, stick another piece of tape on it. I'm just not, you know, I'm not into it as much as I used to be about making everything look all blah, blah, blah. But I would like to have my videos be okay. And it'd be okay not to get a copyright strike every time we go live or every time we play a video, just by choice, you know. Yeah, it looks bad. Sure does. And you know what though, Mad Cow? And it was so crazy. I couldn't pull it up just then on the phone earlier. But all this because I was already in emails because I have to deal with whatnot through emails. So I was doing my invoicing and things and doing that. And it had just popped up on my thing. And it was like an old email from her that said that on it. Because then I clicked on it and I'm like, what? And then I click on this new email from YouTube and they're like, by the way, you've been reported and banned and all these. I'm like, well, I'll be a son of a gun. You know what I mean? Boy, if that don't look bad, I don't know what does. And I mean, you couldn't have got any more O.J. Simpson looking than that. You know what I'm saying? She's saying the glove don't fit. That's what his ass said too after he done, the glove done set in the closet and the leather done shrunk up. It done. So there ain't no telling. They think time makes it go away, but I think we all know OJ killed that chick, right? If you don't, well, now you do. I'm going to tell you now, OJ Simpson killed that chick. So, OJ knows it. I know it. God knows it. I mean, most of America knows it. You know what I'm saying? He just got lucky and found himself in court during a time that the rest of society was afraid of sending him to prison because of what it was going to do to the country as a whole, which is so wrong. You know what I mean? Another one of them things that was just so wrong. That poor lady got murdered. His silly ass got set free just because there was a bunch of other stuff going on at the same time. I'm telling you, it was on the video. It was on the video, and there is no music per se playing in the video. It is her voice. She's talking in it. There you go. There is a little bit of music, but the music's not copyrighted because it's still on YouTube's to use list. I already checked all that, so it's definitely the fact that she is talking in it. Hold on. Y'all have heard this a million times, right?
Snipers ready. The countdown begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold by Chasey Stacker.
The intro video that got me hit the other day was this one. Oh, hold on. I accidentally hit the button. And there you will see me and her both on the video. And it said sharing their likeness. So I'm guessing it would have to be the other person that was in that video because the music is not copyrighted. So those two for those purposes. And then I've got her voice as a feed over on a bunch of my videos. So all those need to be changed. As John said, over and over. Oh, MJ Squirrel on that other account. She's squirreling around. MJ, how do we know that's even really you? Golly. He's got the squirrel in there. We hope it's not a troll. See, because one day that can be a troll with your little, just saying MJ Squirrel. We won't know. Change voice countdown. Yep, there's a couple other ones too. A couple of the other introductory ones. And then I've got some that I need to fix because like the music. Here's one that needs to be fixed because of music. But this is one that I think it was Dolls Dolly helped make up for me, but then now the music is not good. That's one of Dove Season's favorite, but the music on it is copyright. So, and it wasn't at first, but then they changed it. And then, yeah, basically all the rest of these are too. Music on that one gets it now. Yep, there's a bunch of them. About all of mine. All of mine is just not good. Need the nut. What are you talking about? MJ Squirrel? It's me, laugh out loud, missing. She needs no sound. Oh boy. I do sometimes wish I was good at making videos, y'all, because I find really cool stuff. And I would like to make videos out of them. Like I see clips on YouTube all the time, and I'm like, oh man, that'd make such a cool video. Yep. Firefly, yeah, I just need to fix some of those. And yeah, probably need some different stuff, but definitely need to fix those. Because apparently, according to her email, that's what pisses her off is her having to, yeah. So that's what's pissing her off, and that's what's getting me reported. Then we need to fix that because God bless. Heaven forbid that I paid for her to do that shit. You know, it's okay. No problem. No. See, I have dyslexia. It makes it to where I can't read fast, but I can read. So when you send me an email and it says some shit, I can read what it says. That's why I was like, I'll just pull all this stuff up and let y'all read it. And you tell me what you think and what you would think. You would think the same thing. You'd be like, well, damn. And I think I'd try to be really nice to her when she comes in, when she really wasn't nice to my ex girlfriend at all. She was pretty rude to Miss Ella. So I think I've been pretty nice to her. Miss Cynthia, the young lady whose voice you hear in the video. It's something. I don't know, Miss Kelly. It's ugly though. I don't like it, and I don't want no part of it. I don't want to be mixed up in the middle of it. I don't know how in the hell. I don't know how. Yeah. I don't even know how she can even be on that level of thinking anymore. I'm pretty sure we've been over long enough. That should probably just be a thing of the past. Apparently, it's not. But anyways, yeah, I need to fix it if I ever plan on not having a copyright. And then I have to, mind my P's and Q's after I get so many of them to keep them from taking the channel down. So I'll go through and try to figure out how to do what with this tonight. I'll probably have to put this on private to keep from getting another one. Oh no, YouTube court says play on 3-speed. Sound drunk. There you go. I don't know how to do all that. That's out of my league. I don't know how to do that. I'm nervous about setting up my tiers on Whatnot, y'all. I can set up my tiers on Whatnot now for people, and I don't know. I'll mess them up somehow. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I might have to pay someone here locally where I can go into a shop and be like, "Hey, set this up for me." I'm that guy, y'all, and that's what I'll do. It's not in my talents. You know what I mean? I'll just keep resourcing silver and gold, and I'll leave, the videos and things up to other people. And making the tier levels and doing all the stuff, I'll make it up on paper, but I'll have to take it to someone to make it happen on a computer. I'm just not good at that. I'm really mind blown at where these coin stands went last night. Well, what I call last night, but this morning, early day. Where in the heck did I go and take the coin stands to? And they're like always in here. I did not take them to the shop. Interesting. The Gremlins have started gathering up coin stands for their silver and gold. It's my only answer. Now I'm looking inside of tubes thinking, did I stick the stands inside of tubes last night? I don't know. Over 16 and a half hours on there. I was about hallucinating by the time I was done. For sure, by the time I was done this morning putting together packages, the first trip to the post office, I probably felt like Don did. Except for I hadn't ate no shrooms, did no acid or nothing. I was literally going on almost 48 hours and no sleep. Check beside your bed. You know what, though? I looked around a bit. I'm going to have to look on the other end of it. But I didn't. I went to the living room first because I printed out invoices and started working on packages. Hell, I might have packed it up and mailed it to somebody. Somebody on Whatnot they might get coin stands. I just now thought about that. That I did do. Well, that might be a thing. Might be somebody got free coin stand. Or maybe in the fridge, right, Kelly? Now that's an idea too. You might be more right than you know because of me having to go put the phone in the fridge, right? Kelly might be on to something. I need to check the whole kitchen area. I got a little table in there next to the fridge that I'm always setting stuff on when I walk by. Kelly, you might be on to something. Might be coin stands and a few times you've done that. Yep. So see, I had to keep putting it in the fridge because it was overheating. Telling you, even the phone was wore out. Hey, I sometimes feel like in life I'm cursed now. I cannot have anything nice. It doesn't matter. I can have silver and gold and other things, but other than that, just anything nice, it just never works out right for me. So it's the same thing with the iPhone, right? Because it's like, okay, anytime I get a new phone, something always goes wrong with them. Again, the iPhone is just a little iPhone, and then running the wheel for whatever reason, the stupid thing gets so hot it shuts itself off, and yeah, it's so frustrating. I mean, it's that way with anything. Okay, so I got this Lexus, right? So nice little car, except for then it's got other little issues happening. It's like, are you serious? Why is it? Why are the brake systems on Lexuses so expensive? Could someone explain to me why is it 20 times more than a freaking Ford or Chevy? Why? Uh, has to be the battery. Well, it's in an iPhone. I don't know, Don. And meanwhile, here's the thing with this guy too. I didn't have to pay full price for the iPhone, so how am I going to argue the functionality of the iPhone? Just like I didn't buy the Lexus new, so how am I going to argue when things go? That's just part of life. It's like, holy cow. What I should do is just save up and buy like a new i product, maybe an iTablet or an Apple laptop, because then I could stream right from the laptop and I could put cameras on it. I could use OBS. I could do different stuff. And there's another platform that I've been working at that you have to have Apple products for it in order to stream on it at all. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe I need to do that and just write it off on taxes. Do it right now at the beginning of the year and just write it off for next year. Holy cow, y'all hear that? Them are yawns. It's 12:15, Miss Cindy, and I yawned. Miss Cindy, I have smart TV in Missouri, a couple of them, but I don't have a smart TV here. I do have smartphones. All my phones are smartphones, but I only have one iPhone. I believe you need a lot of positive in your life and stop doubting yourself so much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you, Miss Sherry. Right now, I'm doubting my sanity. I can't figure out what the hell I did with the coin stand, yeah. Okay, it's driving me now. I'm going to have to go check the kitchen. High friction materials require labor, installation, and service. That's why they are expensive. Yes, I'm Miss Kelly. I'm learning that. Yeah. But they're good little cars, right? Good little vehicles. I don't know. The resale value of them is really high. Like my little car, Blue Book's for over 10,000, but I didn't give 10,000 for it. Yeah. See. I used to work in an auto plant. I used to build parts. Pain in the ass to build. Oh, I bet. Miss Kelly, boy, you become more interesting all the time. She worked at, see, you folks out here in YouTube world, I'm glad I get to meet some of y'all because interesting people. People out here in the rest of the world, some of these folks are just boring ass cats. We got MJ Squirrel in the building. She says, it's good to see everyone. MJ, we barely know it's you. It feels weird. You look gray. I'm afraid to turn you blue. You and Miss Annette can see each other again. Okay. We're gonna turn you blue. We're gonna give MJ's other channel a wrench. It's gonna make me nuts. Carity Silver, welcome in. I'm guessing I probably didn't pronounce that right. Oh, Miss Sherry, you're probably right, but building Tesla, the Tesla parts was worse. They are completely plastic parts, break too easy. Huh? Cartier. What? Cartier? Cartier. Cartier, welcome in. Cartier Silver, welcome in. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. So, but that's different kinds of Teslas, right? Because my bro at the shop, Dobbs, he just bought one of the Tesla trucks. Well, he bought it like 2 years ago. He had to wait for it to be built and delivered to him. But he got one of the Tesla trucks, and it's definitely not just all plastic. That thing is bulletproof. You know? Which, I mean, you know, them plastic's bulletproof too. Armored cars, some of them are not. You know, but it's different. I thought it was funny that he didn't know it was bulletproof until I told him. I was like, bro, how badass is this? You got a bulletproof car now. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, look it up, man. You didn't know these are. Oh my gosh, he humors me. He's a great guy. He just humors me. So down to earth and so, you know. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Miss Sunday. Cartier. Well, I didn't get it. My roommate did. My door came open and I heard Cartier. And I said, okay. So there you go. That was the magic squirrel. They heard the issue and came in from across the way. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you ring the bell on the channel, y'all. Make sure you're subscribed and you ring that bell. Make sure your bell is black and that you'll get on notifications. We will pop up tomorrow with an auction, y'all. We're going to do a resale auction tomorrow. That doesn't mean we won't sell some coins also, but that means primarily I'm going to pop out some jewelry, run it maybe tomorrow during the day some, and then tomorrow night after church hours, you know, we're going to be over on Whatnot. We're going to have the Whatnot auction tomorrow night. Y'all don't miss out on it. Get over there and join us on it for sure. I think we kept Dove Season company until time to go get his son, didn't we? Dove Season, you still with us? Awesome. So Cartier, I also run games over here on YouTube. I run some races and things that are digital races and things like that. But when it comes to the resale auctions, I don't run games during them. It's just auction time. Well, 1:30 a.m. now. I said I was going to bed an hour ago. I need to get some sleep. Oh, Miss Kelly, I'm getting off of here, so then you can get some rest too, okay? All right, y'all. It is after midnight here. Everyone have a good night, please. God bless you, Mr. Don. You have a good night too. Meanwhile, Miss Cynthia, if it wasn't you, I apologize. But you gotta admit, it looks kind of fishy when you send some threatening emails and then some stuff like this is going down. So, just saying, I appreciate you. Too many races and games. I like actions. There you go. I do both over here on YouTube. I do both, but for the resale, I do just auctions. We don't do games on the resale auctions. I raise coins and things over here with these great folks because, well, sometimes that's just the way they like to do it. But I leave it up to them and see what they do. But for resale auctions, just strictly auctions. All right, y'all. I want you all to know this. If you're out there and you can hear my voice, it doesn't matter how I feel about you. It doesn't matter how Tom, Dick, or Harry feels about you. God loves you. So know that. Tuck that away in your heart. Know that God loves you. Meanwhile, know this. I appreciate the heck out of you. If you piss on my shoe and try to tell me it's raining, I'm going to call you on it. So don't piss on my shoe. All right, y'all. Remember to keep your heads up, your feet down. Keep reaching for those stars. Keep stacking that silver and gold, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow for an auction. Tomorrow night, we'll see you over on Whatnot for some more auction. As y'all know, Wednesday nights, Sunday nights, Friday nights on Whatnot, strictly auction. Come over there and get you some. All right, y'all. Big love. See y'all later. Yep, that's it. God loves you, but that'll protect you. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Jeff Crumpler, aka JC Stacker, would like to say thank you to all of you for hanging out with us. Always remember to keep your heads up, keep your feet down, keep reaching for the start, keep stacking the silver and gold.